left you here in the dark, feeling your heartbeat with mine. Softly you whisper, you're so sincere. How could our love be so blind? We sailed on together, we drifted apart, and here you are by my side. So now I come to you with open arms, nothing to hide. Believe what I say. So here I am with open arms, hoping you'll see what your love means to me. Open arms, meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Living without you, living alone. This empty house seems so cold. Wanting to hold you, wanting you near. How much I wanted you home. But now you've come back tonight and today. I need you to stay. So now I come to you with open arms, nothing to hide. Believe what I say. So here I am with open arms, hoping you'll see what your love means to me. Open arms.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see who we got in the house. Spencer Silvera. Spencer Silvera. By any chance, are you Peruvian? Miss Tackleman's in the house. Boner Stallone. Lauren Legstrong. Spinkies. What's up, Spinkies? What's up, Scott? Ethan? Brad? Mandy? Do is in the house. What's up? The Nup North? Alex? 37 today. What's going on? Trent and Tracy here to party. All the way absurd. Oh, it's Phantasm. What's up, Phantasm? What's up, Dragon? And I'm going to keep thinking that I'm going to keep calling you all the way absurd, Phantasm. What's up, Babsby? DJ T-Cap in the house. Callie. My man Bartek. Gameba Guy. CNJ Dev. Disney Girl. Disney Girl 13. Let's see. Who am I missing? Andrew Birdcat. Lauren's empty beer can. Oh my goodness. Ma'am, yes ma'am. What's going on? Bobo. Mr. Frog is in the house. The Wolf is in the house. What's up, Dina? Yeah, Dina's going to be live at 6. Yeah, Dina. I appreciate you stopping by. Rushmore Rocket. Jessica. What's going on, Jessica? What's up, JR? The Kurrigan? What's up, VJ? Good to see you. All right, so today, I used to do this a lot, like have these little watch parties. And that's what I'm doing today. This is a video, and I'm sure most of you guys have probably seen it. Let me just switch over right quick. So this is by I'm kind of sort of bored, and this is a 2-part video, and it's really, really good. If you haven't subscribed to him, oh shit, I gotta pin the. What's up, David? Let me pin the link to his channel in the chat, as soon as I could figure out how to do it. Let's see. But yeah, he made like this 2-part documentary. I think it's going to be more than. I think it's going to be more than 2 parts. And I talked to him yesterday, and he was cool with me. God damn it, I can't find his channel. Oh, one sec. I had this ready too. Here we go. Okay, here's his channel. Yeah, he made this 2-part documentary. The first part kind of just dealt with like it was more about Lorne, whereas this part is more about the TCAP community, and that's why I wanted to do the second part, because like I think everybody kind of knows like the Lorne situation. At least people watching this would. Whereas, thank you, Dina actually she's on TikTok. She just went viral on TikTok. So props to you, Dina. Let's see. Okay, so here's his channel. I'm gonna pin it in the chat. There you go. Okay. So yeah, that's that. Whoops, I pinned the wrong one. Pin yours, Klaba. Okay, there we go. So anyway, yeah, it's called the Lorne Armstrong, The Legacy of Cod. And I don't remember where this picks up, but it's really, really good. So if you're not subscribed to ImSortaKindaBored, make sure you do so. But yeah, let's watch with Klaba.
Lorne Armstrong, a man who has lived quite the life so far.
He really has.
He's only 36 years old, and his name is already associated with the scamming of an elderly couple.
So okay, I guess this must pick up right before he goes to right before the chat log. What's up, Anna? Good to see you. What's up, Laura? His videos are so good. They really are, aren't they? Like it reminds me. You know how Danknet was a very big influence on Joran? Well, it kind of reminds me of it's right there with like Danknet and stuff. It's really good.
The attempt to date people.
Any chance the movie is produced by the Church of Satan? I can look into that. It may be.
Both 21 years younger than him, and his constant failings in regard to his love life. After making his way down to Nashville, Tennessee, to avoid the problems he created, you wonder to yourself, can it possibly get any worse?
It gets a little bit worse. It gets a little bit worse for Lorne. I don't mean to like put out spoilers, but it does get a little bit worse for Lorne.
To figure this out, we're going to have to go back 3 years and discuss the man and the crew that would make a large name for themselves in mainstream culture.
If you are in the Maine area, the state of Maine.
So in case you don't know who that is, that's Betty speaking right now. So this is going to get into him scamming Betty, and then just like the community, which is the part I kind of want to pick up on.
Never, ever, 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 ever hire this man to do any work for you.
And I tell you why it bothers me is because of fucking Amanda James.
And there he goes blaming Amanda James. So yeah.
That's a card, stupid shit.
Cord Justin Fields donated $3. Hey Clobber, we could really use your support each and every Sunday. We suck. We are a bad football team and our fans suck.
Yeah, we're not great.
Suck. That is all.
Yeah, no, we weren't great. We weren't great. Thank you, Justin. I'm sorry for what's happening to you, Justin.
That's a card, stupid shit.
Cord the Great Bapsby donated $3.
Oh, thank you, GB.
Can't stay Clobber time, but I wanted to show you how much I love you.
Ah, GB, I love you, GB, my precious little princess. Thank you, GB. What's up, Craig? What's up, Wes?
Still love them because they're my siblings, and I will never let them get close to me.
I remember in the first part he brought up like this whole the whole thing with the siblings and like, you know, the $700 worth of work and all that shit. So I guess he's expanding on that.
Using the screen name Lorne A20014.
Yeah, at least I'm
not
That's a card, stupid shit.
Cord Donde donated $3. My mom loved this video. 10/10 recommends.
Definitely, yeah. I'll tell you, Donde, and thank you, Donde. If you don't know like about the Church of Quad and stuff like that, this and like Heisenberg's video, these are two great like jumping off points. I think. What's up, Davis?
and then asks her if she wants to see him naked. She agrees, and he turns on his webcam.
Why this kind of stuff hasn't been picked up by Netflix yet, you know? Well, I guess I do know why. It's about a church dedicated to a sex offender. So yeah, maybe that's why. He was raised by Ma. To be fair, Davis, you're right. Oh, I could just see Lorne sitting at that old ass computer. What's up, DJ Payne? They really did, right? Like, this is gonna be like the introduction video for most people who like don't know shit about who don't know shit about Lorne. What's up? I died it by myself. Yeah, distancing himself. That was, what's up, Bitter Almonds? That was pretty much the first part. I mean, he does it a little bit here.
The year is 2004. The internet was still something a lot of people were trying to get the hang of.
Not Lorne.
To date things even further, the Facebook
Andy?
was created this year in Cambridge, Massachusetts by Mark Zuckerberg, and was only just a tool for college students to talk to one another. Because of how easy it was for anyone to just pick up a computer.
Stupid shit.
Called Laura donated $3. What nationality are you? Portuguese women are like catnip to me.
Portuguese women are like cat. If you're Mexican, you better watch out, because Mexican women are like catnip to me. Yeah. Thank you, Laura.
And because of the
in fact, I think my man Jordan Comedy makes an appearance, a cameo in this. I want Jordan to be in every, like, anytime somebody produces any content, I want there to be a Jordan cameo. Everything is better with a Jordan cameo in it.
lack of security and moderations for websites and chat rooms back then. Grown adult men were easily able to find, talk to, and abuse children they met on the internet. This abuse didn't go unnoticed for much longer though, and the landscape would forever change for these degenerates once a show started airing on November 11th, 2004.
The Pedo Slayer.
This show was called To Catch a Predator.
I heard of it.
And it involved conducting undercover sting operations with a watchdog group called Perverted Justice to highlight and imprison pedophiles and child predators. The structure of each episode was fairly straightforward. Perverted Justice,
this is so good, man.
An organization who conducts sting operations to lure in child predators online, did what they'd been doing since their creation in 2002.
Your catnip, Disney girl?
They created decoys, people that act like children but are actually full adults,
Jordan, Disney girl,
to lure in men who wanted to chat and even have sex with them.
Do you like having sex with 14-year-old girls?
They could be your next-door neighbors.
Do you like 14-year-old girls like that?
Average guy.
From what I remember, this actually started in like Michigan, and NBC kind of stole it from this news channel in Michigan, and then when it first aired, it was Dangerous Web, featuring Eddie from NYC. Gah.
Guys,
you told Cindy you wanted her to shower and shave before you got here.
With tastes that are anything but.
You wanted Cindy
I heard a rumor that Perverted Justice got paid $100,000 per episode. Well, I mean, I heard that rumor too, and it came from a pretty credible source, so I think that's probably true.
13-year-old waiting for you naked when you walked in?
And with plenty of excuses, as you'll find in a minute.
Sam, who are you looking for?
I'm not really sure.
You came for Dee Dee, didn't you?
Yeah, I think this is the show from Michigan.
In a few hours, we managed to find a handful of Atlanta area men.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Don't listen to me. What's up, Butt Crack?
So, how'd we do it? Through the website,
you should stream the Milwaukee Sting. There was a What's up, Maxwell?
Vigilante cyber patrol made up entirely of
What's
volunteers.
up, Pearly Hates?
Posing in online chat rooms as underage girls and boys, just waiting for men like Ricky.
Do you wish you hadn't done all this now?
Said decoys would engage in usually long conversation with the target,
Do you wish you
over
hadn't
several
done this
days
now?
and months. Instead of doing what they usually do.
Now that I have a camera in your face and police outside, do you wish you hadn't done this? I imagine there's a Donald Morrison out there somewhere who says, well, I'm actually okay with it.
Which is just post the predator's conversation and notify their family members, employers, and neighbors of their online activities.
Mama
Perverted justice decoys were told to intentionally create meetups with the individual they've been talking to. The target, still believing that the person they've been talking to is still a child, agrees to the proposal and attempts to meet up with their alleged child.
VA mail. That's Joe Wonderler. You remember? Everyone remembers him.
Half of the show, Dateline NBC.
I think that's Joe Wonderler.
Dateline NBC is a television show that usually revolves around true crime stories. They had recently teamed up with Perverted Justice in order to properly conduct sting operations and help create the show we're discussing at this moment.
This is really so good. I don't have anything that
hidden cameras and microphones.
I don't have anything to add to this.
From the online watchdog group Perverted Justice act as decoys, go into chat rooms with a profile.
Again, make sure you sub up.
That's unmistakably
I'm kind of sort of bored.
And the next thing you know, the guy is knocking on our door, trying to have a sexual liaison.
What's up, David?
With a 12, 13, or 14-year-old boy or girl.
Does anyone think that Hansen actually pitched the idea to NBC because he worked for a local station in Michigan? That's possible. I would even say probable. Shit.
Ocord Joran Comedy Returns donated $3.
Oh, nice.
Like Lorne always said, I can tell you're a counselor.
He did.
Now please send me to an island.
Right, yes.
Am I right, Clover?
You are right.
Maybe if
Joran
Lorne
Comedy.
got his devil's food cake and meat pies, he wouldn't have tried hooking up with Kaylin. What a loser.
Right.
Great.
Breach check in the chat, everybody. Breach check in the chat. Thank you, Jordan Comedy Return. I can't wait for Jordan Comedy to return.
The house that the individual was supposed to arrive at wasn't a normal house anymore. This house was filled to the brim with hidden cameras.
Tone Ray will put everyone up if we go to Cornville.
All provided by Dateline NBC.
4 hours from us in Boston.
But of course, the target doesn't know that.
Count me in.
They still think that they're meeting the child they've been talking to.
More than a few sexual predators believe there's a minor waiting alone in this house, but they're in for a big surprise. We've got our hidden cameras rolling, so stick around and wait to see who knocks on our door.
The target walks up to the decoy house, expecting the child to answer the door, and an actor who plays the role of a child greets the predator.
Stanley!
The actor lures in the predator.
What are you
and
doing?
asks them to take a seat.
I was just watching some TV. Come sit down.
Once they finally sit down and got comfortable,
there's our boy 3B in the fucking house.
Very tall and intimidating man named Chris Hansen, who was the charming host of the show,
What's up, Tron?
would walk into the room and start questioning the person about their intentions.
How old are you? 22. 22. And how old was the girl you were chatting with?
The girl said she
Little
was
Matthew Cogburn?
13 and 14.
13 and 14. And you thought that it would be okay to come over here and visit.
All the all-stars are
a young girl home alone.
I wanted to think it was okay, but
Chris Hansen is an American television journalist, and he didn't come unprepared. He had the entire chat log between the target and their fake child,
yeah,
as well
he
as
had to bring out Lorne's with a forklift.
Any photos they might have sent.
Well, Chuck, the only problem with that story is that
Chuck.
I have
There's
the
hard
transcripts
Chuck.
of your conversation with Luke.
Oh, Chuck. Chuck's at a loss for words. Man.
What are you looking for?
Sketch Predator was such a
your grandpa. Into young boys your age, love to cuddle with them,
Father,
press
son.
their body, work my...
What's up, Mr.
And it
Muscles?
goes on from there.
Swingers Club is not open yet. Nice.
Once they were done speaking to Chris, he would reveal to the
Swingers
men
clubs
that this
around here
entire
open at
thing
6
was a
a.m.
sting operation, and that they'll be exposed as a sexual
They close at
predator
8
to
a.m.
national
So they're not
TV.
great, Swingers
We're doing a
Clubs.
story on computer predators. Now, if there's anything else you'd like to
There's
say,
Baps?
he knows that this is even worse than getting arrested. He knows that this is going to be on television.
There were 12 investigations in total, and each location of a new investigation was its own episode.
Yeah, 3B.
The first two investigations, conducted in Bethpage, Long Island, and Fairfax County, Virginia, didn't involve the cops.
Hey, Cat. Hey, Vivid.
18 men showed up in the first episode, and 19 appeared in the second one. Because of the lack of
David
law enforcement, none of these men were
Aladdin.
arrested immediately.
Just covered Aladdin.
And not all of them had charges pressed on them.
Kennelly?
When it came to arrest, the Riverside, California
This is taking
sting
me
was
back.
compared
Dan
to none,
Allen.
having caught 51 men in the span of 3 days.
All the greats.
This and every subsequent episode following also involved law enforcement, so these predators aren't getting off so easily anymore. The fourth sting,
Thomas
Greenville,
Bodner's still in
Ohio,
jail.
was a test to see if child predators were also in small towns as they were in big cities.
Yeah. Oh boy.
17 men were arrested in this sting. 24 men would later
I love that everybody uses that same pic of Tim Isaac. The I wouldn't that pic.
Arrested at the next sting in Fort Myers, Florida. The Fortson, Georgia sting would expose 20 more men, and a great
Cody
number
Green?
of them
Gerald
had relations
White?
to the U.S.
Man.
military due to its location.
The
seventh
OGs,
episode,
David. The
Petaluma,
OGs, they're all there.
California, saw and caught 29 men
The
that
All-Stars,
day.
yeah.
This episode,
This is almost
for
all of
whatever
them.
reason, is regularly taken down from
There's
YouTube
Maurice.
due to
That's
copyright infringement,
Donde's
more
favorite.
times compared to the other episodes. Episode 8, taking place in Long Beach, California, would be very significant.
It's really weird how like YouTube picks and chooses which ones to copyright strike. Like you can't touch like a Bowling Green one, but like the Ohio ones are like fair game. It's crazy.
Cut the card, stupid shit.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, called
Yes, thank you.
CPS donated $10. Maybe it is worth mentioning as neither Clawbar or Sort of Kinda Bored did mention it, but did you all know that Joran has a broken dick? He can't even rub one out on a genie lamp, it's so broken.
Wait a minute. Are you sure that this video, like, are you sure he didn't mention that Joran has a broken dick in this video? I'm almost positive he did, CPS. Let's keep watching because I think he did bring it up. I think that was actually the whole middle section.
Get to the area around it.
I miss Joran
38
content.
men were
Cut the
arrested.
card, stupid shit.
Oh, called Egbert Mandingo donated $3.
Thank you, Egbert.
Roy's dying and I'm gonna give him a blowjob before he dies, Zay. Alright, listen. This is the shit that you don't need to be saying. Yeah, why would you say that? Cause I don't want him to die and I don't want to give him a blowjob, but sometimes you gotta.
Sometimes you just got to, Egbert. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, Egbert. Thank you, Egbert.
The sting, but they received less
Bruce.
stricter sentences than the men previously
What's up,
on the
Maggie?
show.
Or Magpie?
That was because the judge was more sympathetic to the people
DNA.
caught. Whether you agree with his assessment or not, this caused the laws against adults targeting children online to be strengthened in California.
Man.
Murphy, Texas, the next location of the show, would also be eventful.
Alan Charney.
Only for the wrong
Twink, my man Twink Toilet. Oh, I haven't done the Twink Toilet. I mean, it's only like 2 minutes long, but
reasons, though.
Twink Toilet.
Protests were held in front of the Sting House by
What's up,
local
Mystery?
citizens because they believed that the show would attract more predators to their town instead of keeping them away.
That I never understood that about like the protests, like people protesting like to catch a predator being in their town. It's like it's the safest town from predators, at least for that week. But whatever. What's up, Heisenmuller?
Broken up quickly, and the show continued as normal.
Sometimes you do,
up
Disney
until
girl.
the arrest of Louis Conrad. Louis Conrad was an assistant district attorney and was going to be featured on the show because of his chat with an underage kid. Instead of baiting him out to a Sting house, though, they decided to arrest Louis at his own house.
They did.
Once the
He
SWAT
went out like a bitch.
Oh, called Donde donated $3. I went to the Andy Warhol Museum today and I saw some early PP sketches that he did. One looked just like Lorne's, crooked and all.
He did PP sketches? I didn't know that. Donde, I'm learning today. Andy Warhol did PP sketches? Holy shit. Thank you, Donde.
Team approached Lewis's house.
Don't mess
he
with
would then
Murphy is
take
right,
his own
TLI.
life. The first and only person to do so on the show. This one event would eventually lead to the cancellation of the show, as a lawsuit was placed on Dateline NBC for its handling of the event in 2007.
I'm kind of sort of. He really
What's
did
even more
his
tragic, though,
like he really
is
did
that
his
the
research.
25 men that were apprehended in the sting had all of their charges dropped because of the incident.
That's right. Most of these fuckers, almost all of those fuckers from Murphy got off, including our boy Stanley. Nice to see you too, Mystery. Let's see, because they were concerned it would attract a bad press to the area. and more sexual predators would go to Murphy. Like, yeah, I don't get that, Laura. What's up, Ivy? What's up, CTP?
Meaning no arrests were made.
CTP,
3 months, News 8 has been reporting on questions about the TV show To Catch a Predator and its sting in Murphy, Texas.
Again,
now NBC
subscribe
is
to
being
I'm
sued
Sorta
for
Kinda Bored.
$105 million for its role in the show.
Stephanie.
News 8's Byron Harris
What's
has
up, Stephanie?
our story tonight.
This was the final sting in NBC's Murphy
Precious
episode
little
of To
princess.
Catch a Predator.
Cut the
As
card,
Murphy and
stupid shit.
O-Cord Egbert Mandingo donated $3. Lorne is dumb.
He
He
is.
drinks his brother's cum.
Ooh.
Roy's head falls back as Loren sucks him. Eyes roll back. Roy is almost there. His whiner pumping in and out of Loren's mouth.
Jeez. Oh, man. Egbert. Nice. B-Rabbit.
And Terrell police entered
Thank
this
you,
house
Egbert.
with an erroneous search warrant.
Hey, Ren.
The man
Happy Friday to
inside,
you.
an alleged internet sexual predator, killed himself.
Alleged.
Bill Conrad was a former Kaufman County district attorney. Now his sister, Patricia Conrad, is suing NBC for $105 million.
And Lorne thought he could get in on that. Like, when they settled, Lorne thought he was going to get a little piece of that pie.
The entertainment industry cannot act as police, judge, jury, executioner.
Executioner. I'm pretty sure Lewis acted as executioner in that one.
And for a corporation like NBC,
They got
ratings
about.
and money matter.
You think they got about 500,000?
Despite the absolute
I think they
mess
probably
that
got
was
more than
episode
that.
9 of the show,
What's up, Lorneocopia?
3 more episodes were made after that one. Episode 10, the Flagler Beach, Florida
There's our boy
sting,
Hambubger.
caught 21 men,
Man.
most of which drove long
Todd
distances
Spikes
to see their
might fuck around. Heisenberg
Cut
donated.
the
Oh, there it
card,
goes.
stupid shit.
O-Cord Heisenberg White donated $3.02. Might fuck around and mess with Murphy.
Feeling cute. Might fuck around and mess with Murphy. Thank you, Heisenmuller.
child.
Cut the card, stupid shit.
My goodness.
O-Cord Mr. Muscles donated $10.
Thank you, Mr. Muscles.
Clobber message me if you want in on Rauch coin.
Yes, I
it's
do.
the only pedo crypto accepted exclusively at Pompilio's.
Yeah, I have to get my Roush coin before I go to Pompilio's. I gotta piss. I gotta piss real bad. Thank you, Mr. Muscles. Yeah, I'm actually on my way to downtown Cincinnati. Do they accept Roush coin at Antoine's Liquor and Beer Tobacco? Because I'm going to be going there too.
Ocean County, New Jersey was the next sting and episode in the series. 28 men were arrested, one of which
There's
drove 6
Kaz.
hours to the sting house, which is the longest anyone has driven on the show.
Todd Spikes?
This is also the first
Or not
episode
Todd Spikes,
featuring
Todd
a
Lewis.
decoy actress named Casey Monroe.
I got to cover Todd Lewis.
Trust me, you're going to
Todd
be
Lewis
hearing
is
that name a lot,
the
so
worst
commit
of
it
the
to
worst.
memory. Episode 12 was Bowling
Oh, there's Justin with his little headset on. I don't think I've ever done the Justin footage either. I got so much shit to do still.
Kentucky. This episode was the final one in the To Catch a Predator series, and although
There's
29 men
YouTube
were caught
star
in the
Lurch.
entire 4-day sting,
There's Roush.
only 7 were caught in Bowling Green,
Roush
Kentucky
coin.
for the show.
Shout out Roush coin.
Because of how little predators there were, they all got large amounts of screen time compared to the other predators on previous episodes, which made for some
I know
very
that, don't they?
memorable quotes.
What's up,
Despite
what's up,
ending
Charlotte?
abruptly due to the suicide of Lewis, the show was very successful and
I made
incredible.
an offering to my paperback
Cut the card,
collection.
stupid shit.
O-Cord the Large Fathertron donated $3. Big ups to the most underrated predator, Alan. I'm out of my mind, Sinead.
He really
He's
is pretty
got the mom
underrated.
jeans and Mr. Burns posture.
Yeah, he does. Excellent. Yeah, Alan Charney is very underrated. I do agree with that, Fathertron. I don't think I've ever covered Charney either.
Incredibly entertaining. Many criticisms
What's up,
were
Aerodome?
slung at the now canceled show, like how a lot of the cases could be considered entrapment, or
Right
law
the head?
enforcement making a person
What's up,
commit
right-
a crime
right-
they wouldn't
oh, is it
normally
right the
do on
hand?
their own.
Right the hand. I apologize.
Another criticism is that the show has been said to make news instead of reporting news, as they blur the line between being NBC.
See, I never got that either. Like they're not making these pedophiles show up. The whole make the news instead of report the news. Like they're just chilling in those chat rooms and then guys like my man Jazzwinder here, that they just show up.
The news organization versus an agency of law enforcement. Of course, while looking at all of the criticism, you can't ignore the overwhelming good that the show has brought. It caught many dangerous men and men who had child victims in the past.
Yeah, including Lorne Armstrong.
The laws involving adults targeting children online in California.
My back hurts. My back hurts.
And while
my back.
doing
Oh,
all
my
of
back.
that,
My back.
it managed to be so entertaining and memorable that now Chris Hansen and the show are synonymous with sting operations and catching child predators online.
They really are.
The show had one task.
Chris Hansen is always going to be known for like have a seat. No matter what Chris Hansen does the rest of his life, it's always going to be. I mean, he leans into it too. He does, like, if he does a cameo or whatever. He did a cameo for Lorne actually, and he'll do the whole have a seat thing for $5
without fail. Show the world what monsters truly lurk on the internet.
There's Dell and Frag.
Cut the card, stupid shit.
Oh, called Laura donated $3. I read the Todd Lewis chat log the other day, and Todd blamed the 14 years / girl for him being on the RSO.
You're kidding
me.
me.
She told me she couldn't keep the secret. I got in a lot of trouble. No, dude, she's a child and you coerced.
And you coerced and molested her. Yeah, Laura, Todd Lewis is, I think, if he's not the worst, he's right up. He's in the team photo. He's right up there with Bodner. Todd Lewis. He is about as bad as it got on To Catch a Predator, and just doesn't get enough. Like, same with Bodner though. Bodner doesn't really get enough coverage. I guess just because they aren't funny enough, they're not entertaining enough. Like Dustin's hilarious, but like Bodner is so scummy. What's going on, Vex? Yeah, bass drops.
We're going to show you just how dangerous it can be to let your child surf the web alone.
This is so
how
goddamn
easily
good.
Can it happen? We found out in a Dateline hidden camera
There's
investigation.
Kayla.
We want to warn you, some of what you're about to see and hear tonight is explicit. Here's Chris Hansen.
Are these chat rooms really that creepy? Enter a group
yes,
called
Chris. There.
Perverted
What's up,
Justice.
Ryan?
He
looks like a
good idea to
greasy
come visit a
Colin
13-year-old girl for what reason?
There's Eddie from NYC. Gah.
Hang out. Just a lonely guy. I have been in television for 24 years.
We'll see.
Hello. Here to see Brandon.
This is like a greatest hits compilation.
Oh, dang.
Don't touch anybody. You gotta stop this.
Naked ass
I just gotta
Kennelly.
get something to eat.
He was here to have a date with a 13-year-old.
Absolutely curiosity that got me.
Father-son.
Cuddling and caressing.
He had walked. He had
Cut
gotten
the
on a
card,
bus.
stupid shit.
Ocord Cap donated $5.
Thank you, DJ T.
I purchased the NFT of Joran's coupon photo, accepting all offers, starting at $1 million hairs.
I want in on that DJ T Cap. Don't sell until I can make an offer.
He had walked some more.
I had a feeling this was what was going on, honestly.
Oh, Ruthless J, Shorty Ref.
Oh, no.
It's a question. The internet.
Just so people know, that wasn't me. Like I'm kind of sort of bored. Like he dropped that in there.
Real life are two different things.
It's just talking.
Chocolate chip's my favorite.
Double cheeseburgers with no pickles.
It helps show intent.
Got 2 words for NBC. Role-playing chat room, alright?
There's a potential of fulfilling this fantasy I have.
Yeah, and this is part 2. So make sure you subscribe to I'm Sorta Kinda Bored. I have his link pinned in the chat. What's up, Pluto? Pluto in Uranus.
Cut the card, stupid shit.
What's up, Kilroy?
Ocord CPS donated $10. I had every intention of having sex with her, but I was gonna try not to.
Can I tell you something, CPS? I actually recently used that in like IRL. Like I was doing something and I said it was something with I was doing something with microphones.
Cut the card, stupid shit.
Ocord the Tawp Nawtch donated $3. You are so effing hot, bro. I want to be your precious princess if you will have me.
Ooh.
I'm serious.
You are so effing hot, bro. I would like to be your boyfriend if you would have me. But CPS, yeah, I was like doing this. I was doing like some work with microphones, and one of the like speakers was like, one of the people talking, I meant, was like talking really low. So I turned the gain up instead of the volume. And like they said, next time, can you do the, turn the volume up instead of the gain? And I dropped I was going to try not to.
I want you to come here. Looks like you brought enough stuff to move in. Why don't you have a seat right over there, please? It
has been more than 2 years now since we first began our series of reports investigating online sex predators.
Chris Cannon,
5 different states,
Resta
129 men exposed.
Man,
once
this
again,
takes me back.
Even men who have seen our reports show up at the door. We should let you know that some of what you will see and hear is explicit.
Here's the doctor destroying them Ray-Bans. R.I.P. Dr. Wallen's Ray-Bans.
Responds,
This is punk, right?
Yeah.
Please leave me alone. Do not message me. What does she keep doing? She keeps
Why does Yahoo leave these people online?
messaging me.
What's wrong?
I'm sorry.
Oh, Paul Clemente.
Please have a seat.
He's not a fan of us.
How old are you?
I'm old. My best friend's mom is dying of cancer.
Love to suck, play and suck.
All the Greek,
play with and
he's
lick
got all
nipples
the Greek
and
quotes
lick
in here, man.
And you?
This is so fucking
Where's
good.
that in the Bible?
online, Wiles uses the screen
Hey,
name
Clobber, take that fucking paper bag off your head.
Hamburger Safraz Khan.
No, that's all right. You're the one I talk to on the phone.
Tennis boy, this is Slave to Mistresses. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
Why you think I'm just as stunned as you are, Hat?
Oh, you're stunned because you got caught.
And here's this.
That's Shin's koala.
Here driving. I'm not a driver at night.
What about visiting a boy who's home alone? Does that make you nervous?
I'm going fishing.
Put that in the
Check my
fridge.
trunk. Oh, Kaz.
In a few minutes, our next potential predator will probably be thinking he too should have stayed away.
Here we go.
Okay, his name is Lorne, L-O-R, Minnie, you're Kayla.
He's 37-year-old Lorne Armstrong,
You sure
a
are,
construction
Casey.
worker. He's been chatting with a girl posing as a 13-year-old for more than a month. It's one of the longest chat logs we've ever seen.
Oh, and our after 17, our star has arrived. Come on in, have a seat, Lorne. Yeah, it's cool because he has these in like chapters too. So like, if there's a particular chapter that you want to look in, like he's got it all like time-stamped in the description. It's so good.
We last left Lorne Armstrong in Nashville, Tennessee in the summer of 2007. After being overwhelmed by Betty, who
Shin.
rightfully wants her money back, Lorne
So
decided...
yeah, he covered the Betty stuff. He basically covered all of Lorne pre-TCAP in part 1. So like the Betty stuff that was covered, and then just like him like I don't know if he covered Bunky stealing his toy, because that was a pretty seminal event. I'll have to go back and watch.
Decided to skip town and make a new life for himself in Nashville. The first thing he did was grab himself a job, mainly because even after he left Nashville, Betty was still looking for him. She got into contact with Lorne, and Lorne cried to her, saying that he'll pay her back once he gets settled down in
dinner,
Nashville.
dancing around to this. It's good. It's so good. Everything is so good about this.
The fellow down the street told us that he had moved to Nashville. That's the first when we first heard it.
So in case like you don't know, I'm sure people do know, but there is an interview with Betty. Before I did any interviews with Betty, I didn't even know who Betty was until I had seen Pope Pendleton's video. He did an interview with Betty, and I think she was originally found by what's her name? Gingrich. I can't remember, but she did the Book of Durango.
And we did get a phone call.
And I think this was like 2016 or something like that.
Of course.
Yeah.
But he was
What's that,
crying,
Trippy?
and he said, as soon as I get
How have you
myself
been?
situated,
Have you seen the Jeff Stacy video? It's a question with Lauren. I have not seen that. No.
$200. Well, you know why that was because he had talked to Mr. McKinnon from DA's office, so naturally he's going to try to make it look like he's going to make good on restitution.
Right.
He has paid a total of like $140
Never
back.
saw any money.
Never saw a dime.
Lorne actually did get himself a job in Nashville.
He did.
2, in fact, but let's only discuss the first one right now. Between the months of September and October of 2007, Lorne was employed by Century 2, and according to him, the company gathered donations for the fire department.
That's right.
And he
for
held
Beatles
a
tickets.
full-time position at said company. This is a very interesting
Can you
statement.
imagine Lorne calling you, soliciting you for like, yellow, sir?
Statement considered.
Would you be interested? Do you like the Beatles?
The fact
You
that a
ever heard of the
representative
Beatles?
at Century 2 said that Lorne never actually worked there. But hey, a job is a job, I guess. Instead of paying back Betty with his new
they're
job,
distancing
though,
themselves
Lorne
from
starts to
Lorne.
look for more people to talk to online. We all remember how well that went last time he did such a thing.
Nah, it didn't
so
go
why
great.
not give it another shot? On September 17th, 2007, Lorne would try to message 4 people, all of which were perverted justice decoys.
The first day of Lawrence.
Kimmy Kimmy Goko Bop, Disney Girl 13.
Shout out Disney Girl 13. Disney Girl 13 is all grown up and she is in the chat right now. So shout out Disney Girl.
And TT Pet 13 were 3 of the decoys Lorne would message, but their conversation wouldn't last that long. The 4th decoy Lorne messaged, Kayla Princess 94, also known as Kayla, would be the one that he attached to
The
and
one that
started
got
talking
away.
to on a daily basis. Now let's do a little bit of analyzing.
Would it be
see
okay
what
to
Lorne
copy
got
the
up
link
to in
here?
these chat
Yeah,
logs.
Trippy.
On September 17th, 2007 at 9:22 p.m.,
Yeah, go ahead,
Lorne
Trippy.
sent the first message to Kayla under the username LorneA20014. He then proceeded to mention his nieces, talk about his dogs, and tell Kayla to not
Now,
talk.
for those of you who don't know, Lauren's chat log was a tad on the long side. In case you haven't heard, it did go on a bit.
To weirdos on the internet who want to look for her.
His chat log
An
is
hour
ridiculous.
And 22 minutes later,
You
at
forget about how
10:44
ridiculous
PM,
it was.
Lorne had already mentioned to Kayla that she...
Oakwood Max Birdhouse donated $5.
J-Max Birdhouse.
Lorne and Joran's vile bird eggs moved in yesterday.
Oh, no.
I pray for a strong wind to knock me down and to be run over by a lawnmower.
Yeah, no, you don't want any part of that, J-Max Birdhouse. Lorne and Joran's vile bird eggs, get those the fuck out of there. You can't eat them. You don't want them to hatch. Just throw them. Just throw them in the river.
He might have a crush on him, and asked how many guys.
Kayla is such a funny decoy name to be attracted to. Only Lorne. Yeah, right. There's
32
Disney
minutes
Girl.
from that, Lorne starts describing how people have sex. So, in short, it took Lorne...
Yeah, Lorne started describing what he thinks sex is, because as we all know, #Team Virgin.
an hour and 54 minutes to start talking sexually to a 13-year-old girl. To give even more context,
That's for sure, CNJ.
I think it's best to just read what the professionals have to say. Between September 17th and October 18th of 2007, Lorne Armstrong engaged in online chatting with Kayla Princess 94, a person he believed to be a 13-year-old minor.
I love that Kayla Princess is like in a actual court document that like Lorne's fake love affair with Kayla is now, and Kayla is like prominently mentioned in this like court document. I think it's so fucking funny.
Cut the card, stupid shit.
Oh, called that damn doctor donated $3. Nim nim. I never meant to do it, nim nim.
I never even meant to do it.
However, this
Thank
person
you,
was actually a
damn
participant
doctor.
in the Kentucky Bureau of Investigation undercover sting
Cut the
operation.
card, stupid shit.
Oh, called a girl from Mars donated
A girl from Mars.
$11.56.
Nice, thank you.
CT Virgin, no plans whatsoever. I'm just here to talk
Right.
and everything.
Yeah.
I left my boots in the car.
You're obviously innocent. A girl from Mars, can I have you read something?
Whose goal was to
Thank you, a
expose
girl from Mars.
online
Thank you,
sexual
doctor.
predators. A portion of the online chats between Armstrong and Kayla were of explicit sexual nature and contained
Who is
discussions
this
of
Disney girl
oral,
snap?
vaginal, and anal sex. There were
I don't think Lorne was there any. I don't think Lorne talked about anal in the. I don't think Lorne's into that. I don't think Lorne talked about that. Lorne, you might have a grounds for dismissal here if that's in the court documents. I don't know, Lorne. Let's reopen this trial.
Over 400 pages of printed chat material between Armstrong and Kayla that occurred during the time of this offense. In addition to being extensive, the chats involved graphic discussions between Armstrong and Kayla. A review of the chat material reveals Armstrong instructed Kayla on how to delete evidence of their chats,
He sure
so
did.
her parents would not be able to see they had been communicating. Encouraged her to buy a prepaid telephone card so they could speak on the telephone without the call showing up on her parents' telephone bill.
I'm just being honest.
And he taught her how to masturbate. During this time period,
Well, see, now that's the one thing Lorne is an expert at.
Armstrong, in addition to chatting, transmitted several
Almost
nude
killed
images
them.
of himself to Kayla using a
With
webcam.
Tiffany.
These images
stupid shit.
Oh, called the large Fathertron donated $3. The United States versus Lorne Armstrong, aka Lorne_A_ 20,014.
Right? Like, that shit is just so funny to me, Tron, that, like, there's all these legal documents with, like, Kayla Princess 1994 and Lorne 20014 and all this shit. It's so fucking funny to me.
included him just walking around naked.
It's like what makes Lorne Lorne. It's part of what makes Lorne Lorne.
As well as very
What's up,
close
Super J?
screenshots of his genitals. In his chats, Armstrong would ask Kayla if she would like to touch him, and explain how she can cause white stuff to come out of him. Armstrong additionally cautioned Kayla about giving out his information in her chats, and told her there were people on the internet who were not nice
That's
and
true.
or did not have good intentions.
Fucking Church of Quad.
Quite disgusting stuff, but remember,
Bunch of fucking
this is all a
jackasses,
sting
Church of Quad.
operation. Kayla is completely fake, and the goal is to catch the
Oh,
predator.
Aerodo, you changed your name.
Lorne
Okay.
and Kayla planned on meeting at her house,
Lorneocopia now.
giving the excuse that Kayla's parents were luckily out of town. October 18th,
Lorne munkled right on Kayla and wouldn't let go. He did. Like, Kayla needed a spray bottle. Like, she needed to carry a spray bottle with her.
2007 was the date they planned,
Oh.
which also happened to be Lorne's birthday, which is even better. So Lorne took a shower, brought a bracelet for Kayla,
He sure
brought some condoms for sex like they talked about in the
Mhm.
chat, and drove from Nashville, Tennessee, all the way to Bowling Green, Kentucky, where Kayla was located.
He was probably
Once
so
arriving
happy
at
on
the
that
house
drive.
after an hour and a half of driving, Lorne spoke to who he thought was Kayla, but was instead an actress named Casey Monroe, who has been paid to pretend she is Kayla. Lorne walked in.
As far as I'm concerned, Casey Moreau is Kayla. Casey Moreau will forever be Kayla, in my opinion.
Sat down.
I kind of feel kind of bad for her because like she's always going to be Kayla, but
took his time to feel out his environment and talk to Kayla.
I thought you had blonde hair.
Oh,
Do you like it? I dyed it myself.
I thought you had blonde hair. Sometimes I forget just how like ridiculous and funny his segment on TCAP was.
I think it's pretty.
Thank you.
It's very pretty.
Did you bring condoms?
Yes, I did.
Yes,
Where are they?
Out in the truck.
Well, what good are they going to
Happy
do in the
Lorne
truck
Miss.
if
Yeah,
we're
what-
in here?
I always have to work on Lorne Miss. For some reason, my company does not recognize that as my religious holiday yet. It's coming, though.
Oh, yell at me, why don't you? Are you nervous?
Kayla less than mac and cheese. Come on.
A little bit, not as bad as what you thought you would be. I like seeing you in person.
Yeah, I like seeing you too.
After Lorne and Kayla's back and forth, the host, Chris Hansen, revealed himself and started asking Lorne
Mac and
questions
cheese was pretty
pertaining
great,
to
though.
why he came so long to talk to a little girl.
You're a pretty prolific chatter there. You want to explain yourself?
But Kayla...
Not really.
Kayla is a legend.
Really was gonna...
One day, I hope that mac and cheese will be a legend. But as of right... What's up, G Money Dalla? Has made the best Lorneography documentaries. He really has, G Money Dalla. What's up, Izzy? Let's do this. What's up, Dupay's fashion consultant? Okay, shirts with 9s on it. How do you feel about that?
Do anything?
You weren't really going to do anything.
No.
So you brought condoms. What else did you bring?
I brought her a bracelet.
And she is how old?
She's supposed to be 13.
And how old are you?
37.
This is so...
You're getting married. She's 13.
So I meant when she was 18.
You were going to marry...
Chris is so disgusted with Lorne. I mean, he's disgusted with all these guys, but man... Kayla didn't get Lorne to write her name on his peen with a big pen. She could have, though. She could have.
Her when she turned 18. What do you think ought to happen to you?
I think I should go to counseling to get off the internet. I gotta do some things I can't do that. Oh my God.
After their discussion, Chris told Lorne that this entire thing was a sting operation and that he'll be on national TV.
There's something I gotta
What did
tell
Lorne
you.
say?
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on
Lorne, ashamed of what he had become.
And there's where the legend began, right there, when Lorne said cod.
Quickly left the room, only to be greeted by the cold, hard ground. And
Like, would Lorne be as popular right now if he didn't say cod? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, there was the chat log and, you know, just him being goofy and the, you know, all this stuff and the fact that he was like in love with Kayla. But would he be as popular if he didn't say, oh, cod? I don't think so.
Arrested soon after.
Officer, down! Get down! On the ground!
I think I should do a video of me mixing a salad with my hands. That's the proper way to do it, is it not, Izzy? That's the sanitary way to do it, I believe. All right, chapter 3. Let's bring it. The prison arc.
Breaking rocks out here on a chain gun. Breaking rocks. I'm serving my time.
Lorne was in protective custody, though.
Out here on a chain gun.
I wish Lorne was in a chain gang.
Cause the crowd convicted me of crime. Hold it steady right there while I hit it.
Lorne was incarcerated on the same night he was arrested, and he didn't make
the first and most important of all cods, right? Like, would this be as what's up, Juniper? Would this be as popular if it wasn't for O Cod? The 9 t-shirt is the greatest piece of clothing in human history. Many people have tried to duplicate Mr. Connecticut, but he has no equal. He has no equal. So don't even try.
Housed at Warren County Jail, he was charged with traveling in interstate commerce to engage in illicit sexual conduct. He took a plea bargain to lessen his charges.
Yeah, his lawyers fucked him over.
Up to 30 years for the intent to make child porn.
This is what Lorne just never gets a grasp of. Like, he was facing 30 years, and he got plead down to 5.
Cut the card, stupid shit.
Ocord Joran Comedy Returns donated $3. What a loser. Did Kayla even own a genie costume?
I don't know.
Did Lorne ask about her shoes even once? Or that driving and she never did one praying hands emoji or call him a master?
That's fair.
In the pimp. This
Yeah.
guy is a simp.
That's true. Wait till I tell Madam Kelpill. My next stream is going to definitely be a Joran stream. Boy, do I miss Joran. Thank you.
The reason
Thank
the
you, Joran
court could have
Comedy
gotten him on
Returns.
this was because in his truck, the police found a camera.
Yeah, the music he uses is
and
awesome.
in the chat log,
Like,
Lorne
the
references
visuals
the
are
idea
awesome.
of taking photos.
It's like, this is just perfect.
Lorne pleaded guilty to the charges on March 31st, 2008, was sentenced to 60 months for his federal charge on June 30th, 2008, and then sentenced to 7 years for his state charge on August 18th, 2008.
They threw the book at Lorne.
He first was housed at the Luther Luckett Correctional Complex in Kentucky for his state sentence,
Mhm.
but was given parole and was able to not serve all 7 years of his sentence. He did, however, have to serve out his federal sentence and was transferred to Fort Dix in New Jersey to serve another 15 months of prison time in 2000.
Again, it's so appropriate that Lorne got sent to Fort Dix.
2011. The reason it was only 15 months, however,
Jordan is insufferable, but I get it. What's up, Citizen X? Lorne should have went to the Swingers Club. He should have. He could have avoided all of this. X?
Because he served his federal sentence concurrently with his state sentence. With all that taken into account,
He did
Lorne
deserve
spent
the book.
next
Fuck
5
yeah.
years, 2 weeks, and 5 days behind bars. As you may have noticed, by the way, this event was the reason why Lorne basically disappeared from our 3 stories in the last episode. Let's do a little bit of catch-up, shall we? December 28th, 2007 was when the episode of To Catch a Predator featuring Lorne would air on
I still love
national
that pic
TV.
too.
The fellow inmates in Lorne's jail saw the broadcast. MySpace girl number 1 saw the broadcast and called Tony to talk about it with him. He was busy at the time and basically told her that there was nothing they could really do. Luckily, she and Lorne would never speak to each other again.
Well, when I got caught up in the sting, Zara, and she called Tony.
Oh, she saw it on TV.
Yeah, so Tony.
Okay.
This is the MySpace. This is the MySpace Molly call.
He's in trouble. And Tony said, "Yeah, nothing we can do about it." Anything else I was said, I don't know.
Oh, he was sent to Fort Dix by Judge Woodcock. That's so great.
I don't think the conversation was very long because Tony had companies at the time. He said.
Oh, okay. Did you ever talk to her after that? No, because you went to prison.
Thank God.
So that would make sense, right? Okay.
Did I wish that I did? Yeah, I wish that I did.
Yeah,
because,
he was incarcerated. He didn't go to prison. He was incarcerated.
Okay.
We grew to love each other in a friendship way because we had
Okay.
talked so much and shared so much with each other.
Okay.
Yeah, she was 14 years old, Lauren, or
quite a
something
tough
like that.
time.
15.
She was a kid. Well,
Yeah, she was a kid, Lauren.
When she was 15, 16.
15.
Started getting a little better when she was 17. Then 18, once she graduated, after she graduated, she was going to come down to Nashville.
Okay. So when
You can subtract 1 year to everything Lauren is saying. Like, this whole, when she turned 18, he's full of shit. He didn't care with Kayla. Why would he have cared with MySpace Molly?
you were talking to Kayla, you were talking to her at the same time?
But when I was talking, I was talking some. I wasn't talking to her very much, though.
But there was still a plan for her to come down and be with you.
Yeah,
Well,
William,
not
me
be
too.
with me, to visit with me.
Okay.
But as far as being, there was no plans for us.
Like, because at the end of this call, he just kind of goes back on everything he just said. Like, this call is infuriating because, like, not only do you realize like what like truly scumbag Lorne is, but then at the end he acts like Lorne and he just like backtracks. It's really he's such an asshole.
The boyfriend and girlfriend. She was going to come down and visit me.
No, she was not 18.
Whatever happened.
Not a chance.
As for Lorne's employment status, Lorne eventually quit his job at Century 2 and got one last job between October 15th and October 23rd of 2007, right before he got caught. He worked at Trades Unlimited and only worked there for 1 week. Last but certainly
Is that
not
where he was
least
selling
is
used
Betty.
cars?
She didn't have the best internet, but was able to see the episode as well. I'll let her tell you what happened next.
Here we go.
So after all that went down, the bit about him on the show, and now you know where he's at, and he's in jail, and you guys wrote him a letter.
I'm still on there,
Is that
Bartek.
right?
Hit me up.
Yes.
Hit me up on Messenger,
And-
Bartek.
And the letter.
Yeah, Griswold. She was 14, almost 15. That's almost 16, which is basically 17, which is pretty much 18, which is legal. That's fucking Lorne. That's hashtag Lorne logic right there.
Had content which stated
Entering 9th grade is usually 13.
You know,
That's how
you
I remember
really
it, Shin.
caused us a lot of problems. A whole lot of problems. A whole lot.
Well done.
Because, yeah. So the letter, the content said, you have caused us a world of grief.
Church of God, stupid shit.
Church of
Ocord
God,
Lorne
stupid
Legstrong donated $5.87.
Thank you, Lauren.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Thanks for the good and new stream, Claw Bar.
Of course.
Remember that you can put cream on your own vagina.
You can. I have heard that. I'm going to try that later tonight, Lorne Legstrong. I didn't know that you could do that before, but now that I know, I'm going to be doing some experimenting. Experiment.
And I did add into the letter.
So again, I think this is probably. I think Sam still has this up. This is on Pope Pendleton's channel. It should still be up. I know Sam took down a lot of his videos, but I think that this one is still up.
Lauren, you decided you weren't going to pay us back.
Yeah, for
And
Betty.
You thought you were going to walk away free. But look what happened.
Mm-hmm. Karma got him, Betty.
Karma got you.
Yep.
Karma got you. And he wrote back, and his letter said, Eric and Betty, just to let you know. Yeah, I got your letter.
So yeah, this is the actual letter. Well, yeah, this is the letter that Lorne wrote back to Betty. Like, Betty basically sent him a letter saying like how Lorne basically destroyed their lives, and Lorne wrote back, Eric and Betty, just letting you know that I got your letter. That I got your letter, Lorne. What a fucking dick.
Letter. How was it?
You listened to this recently? Yeah. This is a great interview. This is the first time like most of this stuff came to light. You know, I mean, the Book of Durango came out before this. I might not be an expert on like Lorne, but I think I know. I'm pretty good with like the like Church of Quad community, like how that like what happened, which is like a big part of this video, and it's kind of why I did part 2 as opposed to part 1. But they're both great. So
Church of Quad, stupid shit.
Cord the Large Fathertron donated $3. This is a very comprehensive history, with a glaring omission.
Yeah.
Lorne's sexual jealousy of a red BMW in the chat log.
Right.
Also,
He missed
when's
that.
the next Kelpish/Joey run stream? Lobster?
Well, I mean, they put out their video. Was it yesterday? No, was it yesterday or? I don't know. Like the last like 3 weeks have felt like one long day for me. I've been like an absolute mess the last up until yesterday. So I can't tell one day from. But they just put out a video recently, so I'm actually kind of behind on Jordan stuff because I've been gone for like a month. But it's coming soon, Tron. It's coming soon.
Unbelievable.
I haven't heard from him since.
The Book of Durango, the Book of the Latter-day Lorneographers, the main book of the Latter-day. I think the Book of Durango was before the Latter-day Lorneographers. The Latter-day Lorneographers was a thing that like that's a thing Ember came up with. That was like the that's kind of like the post-contact Lorneography.
His rampage had finally stopped, and he was finally...
And BMWs don't ship with penis attachments. Isn't that what I heard, Lorne Legstrong?
behind bars.
The new ones, the new models do, Lorne Legstrong. I'll have you know.
Of course, as we all know, the grind never stops. Lorne didn't just sit in prison and mope around for 5 years. He decided to keep himself occupied with various activities.
Yeah.
He learned how to play guitar.
Sort of.
He worked out. He wrote a book called Taken Abroad, which tells the story of a man named Aaron who, after having a traumatic past from being in the military, tries to settle down and live a good life.
I'm so glad that, like, I'm kind of sort of bored gave me a book, because I've actually read that book and I still don't know what the fuck it's about. I've been listening to Shin. What's going on, Julia? I've been listening to Shin and Andrew and that moron Tiffany Lockhart read that book. I still don't know what it's about. It's very descriptive, though. I do know that.
It's not really the best book.
It's not good.
But
it's
hey,
not a great
I've
book.
never read it, so maybe it's a hidden gem.
I've read it.
Lorne also did a lot of
kinda
reading
sorta
as
bored.
well. He really wanted to become acquainted with the law since he felt like he was
we have to finish.
incorrectly treated.
You have to finish
so
that
he
shit.
spent his time studying. Finally, Lorne decided to log his experiences in prison via his prison journal. And this is where things get very interesting.
It is.
Because this is when reality starts to shift. And the event...
I don't know if he mentions this, but like Lorne actually tried to sell that fucking prison journal. I don't know if Sort of Bored mentions that, but like, yeah, Lorne tried to sell this prison journal for $20 a page. That was like part of his like, I don't know if he was planning to pay back Betty with that money or if he was like going to give her half or what he was going to do. But this motherfucker thought he could sell that shit for $20 a page.
That took place prior to Lorne's arrest starts to be rewritten. The moment where it just isn't a sting operation and it isn't just a chat log.
Oh, Amanda James, I apologize. Yeah,
popped
Amanda James is part of that too. Yeah, Amanda James. Shin, Andrew, Birdcat, and that dope Tiffany Lockhart.
By a broken system. The moment where it changes from the
I tried to fuck a child. Do you want to buy my diary?
the events that occurred and the facts of the case to Lorne Armstrong versus the world.
But to be fair, like when he first started talking about his prison journal, like just the stuff that like we felt, like what could be in it.
Called Bartek donated $5. How many Bears fans does it take to screw in a light bulb? None. They are happy living in Green Bay's shadow. Boom roasted.
Oh, Bartek, too soon, Bartek. Too soon.
Called the large Fathertron
Thank you,
donated
Bartek.
$3. Taken Abroad is about a young man's unrequited love for Staff Sergeant Pabla and breakfast products.
that's what I got out of it, Large Father Tron. There was a lot of descriptive and just like talk about breakfast. I could be missing something though. What's up, Katie Kev? Yeah, long time no see. What's up, Branch?
His enemies are made very clear in this journal. Dateline NBC and Perverted Justice have taken advantage of him.
You know that Xavier von Erck's real name is Philip Eade, and that's actually, if you rearrange the letters and then take some letters out, it spells pedophile. Think about it.
He didn't take too kindly to that. He wasn't victimizing other people. He himself was...
But yeah, I remember when he first started, like, talking about his journal, and man, did we want that journal, but nobody was going to pay for it, especially like give Lorne $20 for, but man, did we want that journal.
The victim. And that's what's so fascinating. That's what inclines so...
The breakfast products are an allegory for the duality of man. Okay, yeah, I think you might be right. I think Lorne is a lot deeper than we probably give him credit for, Andrew Birdcat.
Many people to keep up with this guy. It's the insane lengths he'll go just to make sure that he doesn't take responsibility for what he has done. The lies he created to make sure he remains somewhat virtuous.
Breakfast does have the best foods, Julia. I would 100% agree with that.
An attempt to reveal the corrupt system he was screwed over by.
I almost never have breakfast. But it's my favorite meal of the day. Like if I'm on vacation or if I go that's my favorite fucking... Like, that's my favorite meal.
Ignoring the people he himself had screwed over. Lorne felt so justified in his thoughts
I always get ham cubes with my coffee.
He even filed a lawsuit against NBC while in jail. Let's read a little bit from that lawsuit.
The lawsuit.
The United States continuously mentions the condoms, the camera, and the gift that I had brought to the Sting House. This is the first time I'm responding to that. The condoms were in my truck because I used to go to...
Called Bartek donated $5. What's the difference between the Bears and the Taliban? The Taliban have a running game.
Bartek, why? Bartek, why are you doing this to me? Like, first of all, the Bears do have a running game. That's all we have, Bartek. But Bartek, it's still it hurts, man. It hurts me in my feelings right now. We suck so bad, Bartek.
To karaoke bars in Nashville a lot because my dream was to make it.
Right. Okay. So yeah, at one point Andrew reached out. I think Andrew emailed Lorne and said, asked Lorne to either donate it or he told or he suggested that Lorne sell the entire journal and then give the money to Betty. And then Lorne just was like, I don't need your goddamn help. Or whatever the fuck Lorne said to Andrew. He's very dismissive. I've used this song before in a Vince video. It reminds me of the closing song to Cheaters.
In country music, I would be ignorant to not have condoms when going to
Reminds
bars.
me of the opening song.
The camera was in my
Cheater
truck
Pop.
because I tried to pawn it at 3 different pawn shops in Nashville, Tennessee on Nolensville Pike. None of them would take it because of the duct tape on the back that was there to hold the cover in place. I had told the federal investigator that was initially working on my case with my first federal
They're
lawyer,
not, Alex.
but
They're
he
not.
never bothered to do any investigating. Even when
he contacted him on eBay. I knew I do knew, like that was like the only like contact that besides like Andrew and Shin and all the Meb and Swax and Watson going to see Lorne. That was the only time like Andrew and Lorne had any contact.
Just a card, stupid shit.
Oh, called a girl from Mars donated $10. Let us bow our heads and pretend to be serious while we place ourselves in the presence of the Loren.
Yes, let's do it.
We ask for his chat log,
Yes.
prison record, and for him to accept responsibility for his actions.
Well, that's never going to happen.
As we are gathered here together to celebrate Lorne.
Yeah, as we are here to get... We're a little bit late for Lorne Miss, but yeah, a girl from Mars. We can try that. We could try... Let's bow our heads and pretend to be serious while we place ourselves in the presence of Lorne. We ask that his prison chat log... Well, I mean, we do have his chat log. We have his prison record. The accepting responsibility for his actions, that might be a little bit elusive. But thank you, a girl from Mars.
When the United States threatened me that they would add attempted production of child pornography, which adds up to 30 years if I didn't accept the plea agreement that was offered.
Lurch is a better
As
country
for the
singer.
gift, excuse my language to the court, but the gift was crap. They, meaning NBC, and their employees perverted justice, had asked
This is what he's doing, right? He is reading, like, this is actually like what Lorne filed in this document, this legal document, when he's trying to sue NBC. These are Lorne's words that I'm kind of sort of bored is reading.
To bring a gift. The United States also states in a roundabout way that my mental state of mind was fine. If my mental state of mind was fine, then I would never have given away 3 truckloads of tools and sold my house for $8,000 after having over $60,000 into it and moved away where I had no family to finally...
You did that, Lorne, because you were on the run. You did that because you already had the 30K that you stole from Betty, and you were first of all, I'm sure that your trailer was not worth $50,000 or $60,000. Okay, in 2007, you think or was it 2005? In 2005, your trailer was not worth $50,000, Lorne. Let's just stop right there. But you had to get the fuck out of Dodge, Lorne.
At the age of 36, pursue my childhood dream. I also never would have.
KJ Declassified. Oh, if you are a fan of, is it Without a Crystal Ball? Definitely check out KJ Declassified.
Been diagnosed with depression a short time after being.
She's making big moves, just like Jay-Z.
My original lawyer would have known about that.
$50,000 is a lot of money for a trailer. That's what I'm saying, Lorne Legstrong.
Had he ever bothered to check, even after I told him.
And no, he's actually saying $60,000. Like Lorne says $60,000. There's no fucking way, dude. Like a dilapidated trailer in the middle of Maine is going to sell for $60,000. Lorne, come on.
About that, the jail psychiatrist put me on Prozac for depression.
No, of course, Jay.
This little section I just read, by the way, is part of a letter that Lorne sent in 2015 to continue fighting in his lawsuit.
His present trailer.
So even after being in prison for 5 years, Lorne still has the mindset that he was the victim.
He didn't say that he didn't say at any point he put $100K into his present trailer, did he? He didn't say that. It will cost $50,000 to landfill that. That's what I'm saying, T. Davis.
In all of this, he was set up all along. He'll keep saying,
yeah.
The whole system is corrupt.
Heard that story before.
He did all of this just to run away from the crime he committed, and from.
Yeah, Jay does parodies of Without a Crystal Ball. So if you're a fan of like. I guess nobody's really a fan of Without a Crystal Ball, but if you're a fan of like people goofing on Without a Crystal Ball, check out Jay.
The undeniable truth.
I had no intention of ever being anything to this girl except for someone who warned her about the dangers of the internet and then leave her alone. Her pretty gestures kept
stupid shit.
Oh, called Bartek donated $3.
Oh,
Last one, I promise.
Thank you, Bartek.
I heard that the Bears don't even have their own website. They can't string 3 W's together.
Oh,
been roasted.
Damn, actually, that's actually pretty fun. That's pretty funny, Bartek. They can't string 3 W's together. It hurts, but it did make me laugh.
Talking and found that I was vulnerable because of the things.
No, okay, I didn't think so, Shin. I do think that, like, but Shin, like, you understand why I would ask that, right? Because it does sound like something Lorne would say, that he put $100K worth of. I mean, there's no way he put did $50K worth of work in the trailer before he left. So with inflation, I'm guessing that Lorne would say, like, now he would probably say he put $100K worth of work into his current living quarters.
I've been going through, so they played on that and got me to talk sexual to the girl and talked me into coming to Bowling Green, Kentucky to her house after I told them no several different times.
I do have a video on my channel where I read every single time that Lorne says no, and let's just say that his recollection is not accurate. He does say no when, he does say no, like, no, I wouldn't get you any pita or whatever, but there was none of this, no, I don't want to do this, no, I don't want to, no, you're too young, nope, none of that.
Perverted justice had used guilt trips and anything they could to get me to finally come to this house in Bowling Green.
That's right,
They'd
Wes.
even sent
we
me
won the damn
11
Super
or
Bowl.
12 pictures that weren't even of the same girl. I couldn't see it at the time, even though it was very plain to see that the pictures were of different girls.
Yeah, Lorne.
The only thing that I was able to see was that someone was giving me attention that had to do with me. But they kept on him until he gave in.
Yeah, everybody uses the word no.
They simply afford people the opportunity. That's nothing but a load of cow manure coming from a mouth that gets paid to lie.
Again, this is all like, so now this isn't Lorne's, this is Lorne's journal. I love that Lorne was journaling while he was in prison.
What they do is they find people that are vulnerable and talk them into committing crime so that they can make a television show and bring in a paycheck.
Mm-hmm. That's what happened.
I've received 60 months from the feds for a sentence at 85%, and 7 years from the state of Kentucky for a sentence at 20%. I now have to register as a sex offender for life with the feds and be on supervised release for at least
Don't feel bad about the Bears sucking, Clobber. I'm a Lions fan. You got it worse than me. You got it worse than me.
2 years after my 60 months of incarceration, and for the state, I have to register as a sex offender for 20 years after my release.
Still have to.
And be on probation for 5 years.
Every 6 months, we're anxiously awaiting Lorne's new RSO photo.
As far as me getting 60 months for a sentence from
they're
the
also
feds,
good.
That's nothing but a crock of crap too. I told my federal...
Why didn't you use the crock of crap defense in your legal proceedings, Lorne? You should have. Dear Judge, this is a crock of crap.
Appointed defenders
Love
investigated
Lorne.
that the pawn shop I was in to pawn the camera had video cameras.
Lorne was saying he put in $60K worth of supplies and equipment costs into his old trailer. He was adding up. Yeah, no, I know that, Shin. Like, that's the thing is Lorne actually probably spent about... like $300 in material, and then the other $59,000 was his very valuable labor. Like, I don't think Lorne understands how labor works. Like, I don't think Lorne thinks that labor he should be getting paid $1,000 an hour or something.
And that could prove that I was in the pawn shop with the camera.
Oh, Jose, that's
the
right.
guy just
you are
shrugged it off without trying. I figured with a defense team like that, I would be safer to plead guilty and take the 60-month offer rather than take my chances at losing 15 years of my life because of the poor defender I had.
You actually had
and the
good lawyers.
disgusting accusation from the prosecution. I am in no means rejecting responsibility on my part.
Yeah, that's not what it sounds like to me. That's what you've been doing. That's what you've been doing your whole life, Lorne. All you do is reject responsibility. That's what makes you you, Lorne. That's why we love you.
I allowed myself to be talked into attempting to do this disgusting crime that should actually be
the mac and
considered
cheese
entrapment.
defense. That was a great one.
What I'm saying is that if MSNBC Dateline is going to do such a show
Imagine
as
if he went
this,
to jury and convinced his lawyer to try the mac and cheese defense. I'll bet you he brought it up to his lawyer, Lorne Legstrong. I bet you he did. What's up, curved baller? The only way that Lorne's trailer was worth $50K was if Betty's $30K was stashed in a solid gold safe under his bed. Yeah, right. Then maybe you're right.
and their affiliates, Perverted Justice, need to be sure that they're catching actual predators, not taking advantage of someone's mental or emotional state of mind and talking them into doing something they wouldn't normally do simply to help their ratings for a television show and to help put money in their pocket.
407 pages of Perverted Justice cajoling Lorne and talking him into trying to fuck a 13-year-old. I wonder if Lorne even believes this fucking bullshit. Lorne believes in you. He believes in all of us with the exception of Clowering. He believes in me. He doesn't like me, but he believes in me.
If someone is an actual predator, they'll be out there looking for it. They won't have to be talked into doing this crime. What's even worse is that the United States government would allow a major television network to do such a thing and not have...
Lorne thinks that I spend all my... Lorne feels that I spend too much time that I'm obsessed over him. It's not like I did come on, Lorne, it's not like I did a weekly podcast about you or anything. Wait.
Rules and regulations set up for such a thing. I like seeing justice done too, but I like seeing honest justice.
Yeah.
Not paycheck and ratings justice.
Right. What about perverted justice? Do you like that? I'm guessing no. Probably not. All right, here we go. It's crazy that it started in 2012.
While Lorne was writing his Elliot Rodger-like manifesto,
it was very. Lorne was the original incel. Lorne was the first incel.
Something was brewing in the background. You see, as things get popular, they tend to attract fans that enjoy discussing that said thing, and this was no different for TCAP. After the last episode of the show aired in...
there's I'm kind of sort of... Hey, what's going on? I'm kind of sort of bored. So there's the man right there. Make sure you subscribe to him. This is we've been just singing your praises throughout the whole thing. ISKB. This is absolutely these are like masterpieces. Anybody who wants to know about Lorne, this is like the perfect starting off point right here.
2007, a small community started.
And again, I have his link. I have his
link in his chat.
Called Bartek donated $3. Last one for real this time. What's the difference between a Bears fan and the Back to the Future movies?
What?
Eventually, the movie quits going back to 1985. Boom roasted.
Damn, Bartek is lighting me up, man. It's not. It doesn't seem fair. But yeah, I have his channel pinned in the top of the chat, so definitely make sure you subscribe to I'm Kinda Sorta Bored, or I'm Sorta Kinda Bored. I always forget which order that goes in.
But people who enjoyed said show, YouTube channels were created, and on these channels, people would react to the individuals that appeared on the show, or just post memes about them.
Yeah, okay, so what happened first was. I think it was the Rascal video, and I've never seen the Rascal video. I always hear about the Rascal video, but I don't know. And a lot of people think that that's kind of where the Church of COD started, was in the comment room of the Rascal video. And I guess the way I hear it anyway is it really started with pedo defenders getting trolled by, just people. And that's kind of what started the Church of COD. There were people defending Lorne in the comments of that Rascal video, and that's when I think they're pretty much credited as the first Lorneographers would be Zaggart, Aneurysm, Hunky Magoo, who will show up in a little bit, Judas Priest, and Sam Pendleton. I think they're pretty widely considered the first Lorneographers. And it all started in the comment room of this. It was just like a TCAP compilation video.
Are you still there, sir?
Yeah.
And then all this stuff started coming out.
COD, stupid shit.
Called Bartek donated $3. Time for my next roast victim. Hey, where's Most? I really enjoy your videos. Your editing and narration are spot on and keep me engaged and coming back for more.
Wait, what?
Boom roasted.
What was that all about, Bartek? How dare you, Bartek? I thought I put on the filter to stop people from complimenting West Most on my channel.
Okay, that's a little better.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The stuff that like people did with this stuff. What is he calling himself now?
So what can I help you out with?
What are you up to today?
I'm always going to call him Candid Fellow, but I forget what he calls himself now.
Today I'm just helping out customers on the phone, just making sure I can make everyone's day a little bit better.
Oh, okay. We were talking about me being down there around 7.
Candid Fellow really loved fucking James. I love that like Candid Fellow like gravitated so heavily to James Klein. It's so like James Klein's phone calls are hysterical. So I get it. I get why. Yeah, they.
Are you trying to call Best Buy, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah. That all right?
Yeah. What were you coming in for a 7 for?
See, because I'm going to be down there around 7 or so. See, it all depends on when I can get out of here. I mean, you realize that.
That shit's so funny, man.
You know, it may be a little bit later, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did. He did really great research on this, Super J. I mean, this video is just like, it's fantastic. It really is. Subscribe to I'm sorta kinda bored.
I after, it was last night, I was laying in bed and I was like, oh man, I could get in a lot of trouble.
Oh yeah, it's no worries.
Oh, okay.
These poor cashiers, man. Having
All
to
right,
talk
anything else I could help you out with?
Pepper steak.
No.
All right, well, you have a good one.
Chinese food.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Lorne being...
On the first day, Cod evaded Betty. On the second day, Cod invented Bud Light. And 13-year-olds. On the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh day, Cod got hammered and arrested. Rested is probably the wrong... Passed out is, I think, more appropriate.
One of these predators got a pretty decent amount of attention from this new TCAP community because of how pathetic he looked in his encounter with
stupid shit.
Cord Joran Comedy Returns donated $3. Joke time. How many Bartek 1980s does it take to make Clobber feel like shit about himself?
Usually one.
Just one.
Yeah,
He is in the chat and
one.
he is doing a great job. He is insightful and spot on with his jokes.
He's insightful and spot on with his jokes about the Bears. A little bit too insightful and spot on, if you ask me. Joran Comedy Returns.
Chris Hansen, as well as his over 400-page chat log. This little TCAP community grew larger and larger as the years went by, and the discussion of Lorne started to pique many people's interest, especially since Lorne was scheduled to be released from jail.
It really did. I don't know what gravitated people towards Lorne. I guess it's different for different people. The fact that he was in love with the decoy, the fact that his chat log was 409 pages, the fact that he said, oh, Cod. But all of those things, it was like the perfect storm. And Lorne became a superstar.
2012. Don't worry, we'll cover that in a bit, but let's stick with this community for a little longer.
Arrested.
After Lorne's release, the increase of Lorne followers grew insanely larger, to the point where people now dedicated full YouTube channels just for talking about Lorne.
Who would do such a disgusting thing?
Where we start to follow a man named Bay Shaman, a person.
So yeah, Bay Shaman was the very first, this is the very first channel that I found, in 2015, I think I found Shaman's channel, or 2016. And I remember his first video was the cooking with Cod, or cooking with Lorne, I think. And he made a Lorne birthday cake. But yeah, Shaman stuff was it was hard to believe that somebody as talented as Shaman was doing shit with Lorne Armstrong. It was crazy. And when I first found Shaman's channel, I didn't even know who the fuck Lorne Armstrong was. So I had to kind of research that a little bit. But once I did, I've been hooked ever since. So yeah, I consider bass shaman, I call bass shaman the gateway drug.
Person who started making
He's an OG. He is the OG. I mean, I think Sam Pendleton was the first one to really put out Lorne videos, but Shaman, like if Sam Pendleton is like the Hulk Hogan, then Bass Shaman is The Rock.
In early 2015,
his hamburger stuff, all of his the videos that his reaction videos were so great, and they're still available on bassshaman.com. And so if you like want to see like some old Bass Shaman stuff, it's on his website. It's on bassshaman.com. Definitely give that a look.
It mainly focused on many different predators on TCAP, giving commentary over.
Yeah, Clobber, Lorne wasn't anywhere near my favorite. Just after the TCAP footage, I thought he was pretty goofy, average. I didn't even Dupé's fashion consultant. I didn't even remember him from To Catch a Predator. The only guy I remembered from like when To Catch a Predator originally aired was John Canelli.
Stupid shit.
Ocord Bartek Pontificates donated $3. I always wondered what it would be like if DMAC had become Lorne and we had the holy Lorneography instead.
That would be great.
We all have to be shaved down there?
I think we would. I think that would be required, Bartek.
Stupid card, stupid shit.
Ocord Joran Comedy Returns donated $3. I have another joke. A Bears fan, a Raiders fan and a beta male basement dweller jealous of my jokes jump off a 200-story building. Who hits the ground first? Give up? Who fucking cares?
Right.
Boom. Roasted.
You paper bag wearing douchebag. Oh, Jordan Comedy always light me up. Always with the paper bag thing, Jordan. It doesn't seem fair. I don't know, G Money. I don't know. I think it's Shaman. Like when you're talking about Lorneography, because like Mr. Gigi never really did he never really did Lorne shit. Like his the TCAP Chronicles, I mean that was legendary stuff. But he never like really focused on Lorne. Even in his segment about Lorne, it was kind of more like he just showed like a bunch of the memes and shit. So I hope to be the Leaping Lanny Poffo of TCAP. Nathaniel was the unloved brother. Well, he gets to Nathaniel in a second. I got some shit to say about Nathaniel.
Certain episodes and reading the Predator's chat logs. One day, Bass Shaman stumbled upon the Church of Cod, an incredibly small group of people who were only talking
Who's the
about
Randy
Lorne
Morton?
and did said talk.
Who was the Justin? Who recorded all? I don't know who was whoever, we got to find out who the Ricky Morton was, and then we got to find out who sold his DVDs.
Mainly in comment sections on videos. Becoming interested with this group,
Nathaniel
Bass
Spike
Shaman
Dudley
joined them.
I don't even know.
Fast forward a couple of years, boom! I find To Catch a Predator shit all over YouTube. I watched Rascal's Lorne video. I completely remembered Lorne from the Bowling Green investigation. I then watched Sam Pendleton's video, I Loved Her First, and I was inspired to make one just like it. I uploaded it in 2012, deleted it in 2014. Why didn't I keep it up?
This stuff started in 2012.
Idiot. In March of 2015, I saw John Pedersen commenting on Sam's video, talking with Judas Priest and Lance Tawp. John mentions the Church of...
Man, those are names that go back, man. John Pedersen, 222-830, and Lance Tawp.
I ask if I can join, and they accept me. There were only a couple of people at this time who were in on it.
Nathaniel was definitely an OG. That's for sure. He sure was.
And it was really more of a little inside joke between them.
Unbeknownst to the small group, Bass Shaman would take this idea and completely blow it up.
Then I fucked it all up when I started making shit like this.
We already sleep on the fucking floor.
The fucking Lorne mask is iconic, man. Like, is there anything better in the world than the fucking Bass Shaman in the Lorne mask? I can't tell you how much I always look forward to Bass Shaman Lorne videos featuring the Lorne mask. Shaman said that thing is pretty much disintegrated now. It should go in the Smithsonian.
I'm Reverend Shaman.
You must
What's up, me too?
word of my
Y'all remember Zoe Mauve? Of course I remember Zoe. Dude. Yeah, of course I remember Zoe Mauve.
son, Lorne Armstrong.
Zoe Mauve he was around not very long ago. I think he popped into one of my streams. Shout out Zoe Mauve. He is Zoe Mauve OG. The Lorne mask looks like what? Shoe nice?
Base Shaman started making videos about Lorne and ran this Church of God idea to the point where it became almost like a real religion. Members were coming in left and right.
Not almost like a real. It is a real religion.
And discussing Lorne in the comment sections on Base Shaman's videos.
Yeah.
Others started gearing their content
Crank
towards
Cinema.
Lorne, and soon the comment section couldn't contain this religion.
Shout out
They
Crank
expanded
Cinema.
to a Facebook page.
So, okay, I think the Facebook, so this stuff happened, first, before there was the Facebook page, there was the Church of God forums. And then the Church of God Facebook page came later. The Church of God Facebook page, all this Latter-day Lornographer stuff, this is all post, as far as I remember, this is all post contact. So, for like real OGs that remember the old Church of God forum, that's where everybody went. It turned into a real shit show at the end. It was just like by the end of the Church of God forums, it was just people straight out doxing other people. It was just a shit show. So this came after that.
Properly titled the Church of God, terminology started to form from this group to properly describe them.
I was saved when I found
the people
COD
who made
too.
Content on Lorne were now called Holy Lorneographers.
That's right.
Lorne's 400-page chat log with Kayla was now called the Holy Lorneography.
That's the one thing it always cracks me up about like Lorneography, how it's turned into a religion, and like Lorne is the God and Savior, and instead of the Bible, we have the Holy Lorneography. I think that shit is just fucking brilliant, man.
Even the name.
Yeah, you remember when there was a COC forum, but I never used it. Doxing and stabbing. That's basically what it was. Well, Branch, it's probably good that you weren't around. Like, there was some bad shit that was happening like back then.
The Church of God is a parody of the Church of God, but reworked to fit Lorne's heavy New England accent. Of course,
I still don't understand
all completely jokes and
Lorneography,
laughs, and they weren't actually praising a sex offender like a god. But people did find Lorne quite interesting. He stood out from the crowd of weirdos, for obvious reasons. A religion based upon a pedophile. It sounds completely crazy.
Remember the cult of the mini bone? That was the thing that Shaman started. Did it get deleted? Because I found nothing about the Church of God forums. Oh yeah, it got deleted. I thought that's what they called Nathaniel. Well, yeah, Nathaniel's website was, I don't know if Nathaniel had a separate website, but there was a Church of God forum, and it did get deleted because like at the end, there was probably about 3 people in it, and it was just people doxing other people. That's all it was at the end. And it was Nathaniel who started. It was Nathaniel who started the Church of God forums. So it might be the same thing that we're thinking of. I'm kind of sort of bored, but yeah, it was a forum. It was basically like the Temple of TCAP, except it was more focused on like Temple of TCAP. There is a Lorne section, but like I know Tix isn't like that crazy about Lorne. He eventually relented and made a Lorne section, but the Church of God was basically all Lorne, and it was kind of the reverse of the Temple of TCAP, where it was all about Lorne, and then there was like kind of like an extra section for like the rest of the prophets.
But it worked. And
Lorneography is the study of the darker side of humanity, how we can avoid them. That's a good description of it, Lorne Legstrong.
Worked really well. Popes, priests, reverends.
That's right.
And at the top of it all,
Cod
only
himself.
one true Cod.
Well, my name's Based Shaman. I'm a YouTuber.
So speaking of great references, if you don't know much about the Church of God, Heisenberg's documentary, that's another great resource for like learning about all of this stuff. Heisenberg did a great job with this.
I make videos. I used to focus specifically on Lorne Armstrong,
ticks.
but over time I've sort of expanded. And
I never know if there's, in my eyes, you're definitely the Pope. No, Dupé. That there's only gonna be one Pope. Yeah, I never know. T. Davis, I never knew if there was supposed to be 2 X's or 3 X's in the ticks because I see it spelled differently all the time.
I make fun of a lot of different guys.
And Ticks is now the T-Cappening channel.
Who got caught on the show called To Catch a Predator.
Oh, you're welcome, Heisenmuller.
I make all kinds of...
The best part of the church is the good work you and the congregation... Oh, thank you, Chris.
Crazy videos about them.
The congregation,
and, yeah, that's basically what they know me for. That's what I do every day for fun. Dude, I started watching when I was in high school. I was about 16 or 17, and that's when my parents showed it to me. They're like, you gotta see this, look at this, and they showed me. They're like, look at these guys. They're like, don't ever be in this situation. And I was like, all right, I won't. And how did I get into Lorne? Well, years later, I was watching it on YouTube, and next thing you know, I just see this video with Lorne on it. And I remembered who he was from the show, but I never knew his name or anything.
Wait, Aerodode, somebody told Lorne that we helped Betty? Shit. I didn't know that. So Lorne's probably feeling pretty vindicated right now. I didn't know that somebody told him that. I'm not surprised. I mean, it was a matter of time before he found out.
And then
fuck him. He was never gonna. He's Lorne. If you still owe her that money, just so you know, Lorne. Just so we're clear, you still owe her that money, Lorne.
Got into him, and I was like, this is fascinating. He's crying. He's his heart broken, and that's how I got into making the videos about Lorne. He's just a sad tale of a deranged guy.
He is. He's both sad and deranged.
It's November
I believe
6th,
it, Aerodo. I believe it.
2012. Lorne walked out of Fort Dix to a bright, sunny day.
I worry that Buddy gets
the
put on the treadmill as Lorne passes out in the yard.
Cigarettes. And his first meal out, his mother's good old chicken pot pie.
Can you believe this asshole didn't smoke for 7 years, or I'm sorry, 5 years, and then the first thing he does when he comes out, he is buy cigarettes? How fucking dumb is Lorne?
Now, you would think that the people who were into TCAP, as well as the people who were really into Lorne, would be acknowledged by Lorne after he got out of jail. But it would actually take 3 years for Lorne to interact with them, due to the fact that the Church of Cod wouldn't be prominent until Base Shaman's arrival in 2015. Even if there was a Church of Cod, Lorne wouldn't be able to interact with them because he was now placed on probation and had limited access to the internet. So what did Lorne do up until 2015? Firstly, he filed another lawsuit.
He did. He filed a lawsuit?
Yes.
He was filing some lawsuits.
The first one, which he filed while in prison, was terminated in 2012. So he just filed another one. He also went back to dating. Not online dating, but he did start to look for women around his area.
Yeah.
You would think that he'd be a little bit shell-shocked.
Didn't work out too well for him.
Not Lorne.
Hashtag Team Virgin.
In the span of 3 years, Lorne would go out and meet various women. And just like Amanda...
Reborn said someone sent him a letter about the Betty, and now Lorne says he doesn't have to give her money. Only an 87 would have sent that letter. And only an 87 would have said that now I don't have to give her... I mean, that motherfucker was not going to give her any money anyway, but only an 87 would think that he's absolved from that debt now. Because, frankly, Lorne, that shit didn't have anything... It had very little to do with you. It had nothing to do with you, actually. People donated because they wanted to help Betty, not because they wanted to bail your dumb ass out.
James and Paula, we know very, very little about them. Almost like they don't even exist. Lorne has mentioned interest in many different girls between this time period, like Sierra, Chelsea, Denise, Jen, and Vanessa Ann Lee Parker.
Vanessa Ann Lee Parker. I love that people use this stuff as their screen names. There's a Vanessa Ann Lee Parker, a user with that name, and I love that. I'm kind of sort of bored. You just puts some random gas station cashier. Lorne considers these ex-girlfriends, but when in reality they're just they were friendly cashiers. So Lorne is very Joran. That's a very Joran thing to do. Whereas Joran would probably consider mac and cheese an ex. Like Lorne considers these like just random people his exes.
All women that Lorne supposedly met while they were working, but there was one girl that Lorne would actually get with. Oh, Nikki. A very short but sweet saga.
Yeah.
Nikki was a 21-year-old girl Lorne met around 2013.
Yeah.
After
you didn't,
getting
Donde?
to know about her and her situation.
I'll tell you, Donde, like, there was a lot of stuff that I learned in this documentary, and I thought I was pretty well versed in Lorne. But like, I learned a lot from this documentary. To be real, yeah.
Lorne took out a $9,000 loan to help Nikki pay for an apartment and furniture. But didn't get a real relationship out of it.
No.
And that's all I have for that one.
That's all there is. That's all there is. I'm kind of sort of bored. That's all there was. Oh, okay. Now Joey's is Lorne Armstrong a virgin. So that's where like this Nikki stuff came from. Is from Joey's video.
One of them I spoke to
Shout
recently,
out Joran Joramaya.
and her recollection of events with Lorne was much different than what Lorne said.
Come on, Joey,
what
throw
Lorne
out a
said
yaha.
was that this girl scammed him. That this girl had a couple of kids and needed.
Is there anywhere the documents the Nikki period? It's really in Joey's video here. That I mean, I don't know if it's like documented, but like this is where it was like brought up. And I think Lorne talks about it with one of the catfish, or maybe he talks about it with Paul. It's my fucking body, Paul.
Get out of her living situation.
Hi, Lorne. Can I have $9,000? Yeah, okay.
She lived near a bunch of drug addicts, and they were going to take her kids away, so he gave her money to get a new apartment.
Yeah, and Lorne says she was a meth head, too.
Now, he says he never had a physical relationship with her. He said they dated, but they never had a physical relationship. And he said that she came over for a barbecue at his mother's house and met his mother, and he gave her $10,000.
You gotta meet Ma.
And that she's scared.
If I'm giving you $10,000, you have to meet Ma. I don't even know
anyway,
if that's
we
worth
talked
it.
to this girl that he supposedly had a relationship with. She was 21 at the time, and he was 41 or 42. So he was twice her age, and they met in a bar. And she says that she immediately told him that she had a fiance.
Well, it's in his 915 probation report about Nikki. I didn't know that, Shin. See, now I'm learning it from Shin.
And wanted nothing to do with him. And he became a stalker. And
I do remember him like mentioning that he gave a bunch of money to somebody. I don't remember him specifically saying it was Nikki, but I believe it.
Call her work and ask people that knew her questions about.
If you won't accept my Pope nomination, at least let me found the Church of Latter-day Roys with you at the top. I do accept that. I will be like a cardinal in the Church of Joran in Jorography. We all know that the Pope is Mike Pence, the king of Jorography.
Her. And finally, her boyfriend had to set him straight, and she had to get a restraining order.
No, he wasn't. She
also says
Diaz,
that another
trolling.
woman
Diaz,
that she
come
knew
on,
went through the
Diaz.
same situation where this woman was sitting outside of a gas station. I think she worked in a convenience store with a gas station. She was sitting out there smoking a cigarette, and Lorne came over and said hi, and she said hi back, and immediately that woman became Lorne's girlfriend.
Before we move on, I think it would be nice to read a report describing a situation involving Nikki. Examined Lorne's cell phone, discovered 38 phone calls made to the entity entitled Mom in his address book. These 38 calls occurred between 2:30 p.m. and 9 o'clock p.m. this date. The date being September 15th, 2015.
Yeah, she ended up having to get a restraining order. Yeah, that is a fact.
Multiple unanswered
stupid shit.
Oh, called the large father Tron donated $3.
Thank you, Tron.
Someone should tell Lorne he owes the church a cord the money he was gonna pay Betty.
Yeah.
Then In the 1 in a million chance that he sends anything, it gets sent to St. Jude.
Right. The 1 in a million. I put that more at 1 in a billion. But yeah, I agree, Tron. If Lorne wants to go that route, then he owes us. Like, it will just be dispersed amongst the Lornographers.
Text messages.
It's
called
Nikki
shit.
36 times.
Called CPS donated $10. I don't want $9,000, but I will take your sweaty Daylon Hart memorabilia and Beanie Babies.
Yeah, right. And your old tires and shit. Yeah, right, CPS. And your Beanie Babies. Beanie Babies are the crypto of the future, though, CPS. That you just hold on to your Beanie Baby collection because they're going to be worth some money.
Is also discovered. Approximately 6 unanswered.
A restraining order is just closeness. I think so. Andrew Birdcat.
At least one of these text
It's some smart ass judge who doesn't appreciate true love, is what it is.
Messages was accusatory in nature, stating something to the effect of, "I know you have the ringer off, so whoever you are with doesn't hear it." Many of the texts contained profanity. Lorne reported that Mom N was Nikki, the same woman which he was previously involved with, and who subsequently filed a harassment complaint against him. A further review of other text messages revealed that there have been what appears to be consensual communication between the two. However, the number of texts that Lorne sent vastly outnumbered the number received in both quantity.
No surprise there. So Lorne was going a little apeshit with the fucking texts, huh? Is anybody surprised?
And content.
See, this is why it's good that like Lorne has been harassed by fucking by catfish all these years, because this is what if he meets a real person, this is the kind of shit he does right here.
Lorne reported that he and Nikki are now dating, but they had not kissed yet or become sexual. I inquired as to if Nikki was aware of this relationship status.
And Nazi coins
did not receive a definitive answer.
Yeah, Nazi
Lorne
coins
was apparently upset because
Nazi coin
it
futures
isn't
are
like
looking up.
her to not respond like this, and that is why he had called 38 times.
Right.
Lorne stated he had heard of a fatal traffic accident in Bar Harbor, and that it was a black car, and that he believed Nikki knew someone with a black car. Lorne acknowledged that he also knew several people with black cars, and that it was very likely that most people know several people with black cars.
Yeah, I know somebody
Lorne
with a black car.
also acknowledged that it would be highly unusual for Nikki to have taken a day dip to Bar Harbor midweek without any prior planning.
Like Lorne,
at this point,
dude, you didn't even fucking know this girl. Like, you didn't even know her, Lorne. You gave her like $9,000, but you didn't even know her.
Lorne became quite upset.
I actually got a harassment order because of restraining orders are only for people in intimate relationships. That's crazy, Shin. So yeah, he got a harassment order.
His voice and expressing his feelings of resentment that he has to explain his relationships to anyone.
That's how much
Lorne also continued to voice.
That's how much of a loser Lorne is. He couldn't even get a restraining order. He had to get a harassment. That's how that he's even a bigger loser than we thought.
Opposition to the sex offender registry requirement.
Bar
Lorne and
Harbor.
I walked through his status.
See,
on
I'm just being honest.
supervision
Has a black car.
and the requirements and
Shin has a
duties
black
of my
car.
job. Lorne then began his well-rehearsed tirade against NBC, Chris Hansen, and perverted justice. Attempts to have Lorne acknowledge his culpability in his conduct were not successful, but
I love the Nikki stuff so much because there is a reason to doubt every relationship Lorne has claimed to have. Not only do we know that one of them was real, but he basically went crazy over her. Yeah, I mean, I think he went crazy over. Amanda James. Well, Amanda James is the one who broke Lorne, and then like poor Nikki had to just deal with the fallout of it.
Was able to de-escalate him to an appropriate level.
I'm sort of kind of bored. Like, I don't remember in part 1, did you bring up the whole Bunky situation? Because, like, I think you might owe Lorne an apology. I think we all might owe Lorne an apology. If like the Bunky thing was pretty harrowing to Lorne.
Lorne and I discussed further what his ideals of healthy and respectful relationships look like, which led to him revisiting his family issues and the ways he has been wronged by family members.
See, a girl from Mars, her car is bluish purple, so that's almost black.
Lorne also provided me with a copy of Chapter 1 of his latest book, which appears to be a manifesto ranting against the justice system.
That's
this
his
tells
journal.
us a massive amount about Lorne in this situation.
Was he going to turn his journal into a book?
We now know that Nikki is actually real.
Yeah,
When
true.
Lorne discusses his previous relationships, it could be believed that he is either omitting things on purpose or just making it all up, due to how vague the stories are. We know that Nikki is not only real, but they barely had a relationship. We know that Lorne is overly obsessive, to the point where he now has a restraining order placed on him.
And most shit.
O'Cord Heisenberg White donated $5.55.
Thank you, Heisenmuller.
Giving money over time to someone you've never met is always a bad idea. Anyway,
Right.
hire Clobber. I'm enjoying the stream and hope you appreciate the donation.
I do appreciate it. Thank you so much, Heisenmuller. I hope everything's going good with you, Heisenmuller. I know that I heard that you things are like looking up. You got yourself a new job. You're doing construction stuff.
We know that Lorne is upset about his probation.
Hey, Mandy.
And that he still holds a grudge against the people who jailed him.
And then there was Vanessa.
Then there was Vanessa.
Vanessa
was
Ann Lee Parker.
21 or 22. I think she was 22 when I met her.
And how did you meet her?
I think that was 2 country music room.
Okay. So you were slaying all the ladies in the country music
He was,
room.
man. He was killing it.
Oh, sorry. I guess I was.
No, you weren't.
Yeah.
No, you weren't, Lauren.
Vanessa had even talked to Mom and Mom's friend Mel.
Okay.
She phoned us
All
7
right.
different times. She even told Mom and Mel that she would be up.
Yeah.
Still never showed up.
It's almost like these women are like sentenced. When they start dating Lauren, they're sentenced to have to talk to Ma.
Yeah. Well, you said that she was from New York, but she had a West Virginia phone
It's a good gig. Basically, I'm building a gym for a church. Nice, Heisenberg. You hold on to that.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That impressed me because she really has
Super
feelings
young
for
women.
her.
I'm just being honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I talked to her a lot on the phone, and
My car has red and blue lights on top and comes with a siren. Sweet, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
that was a tough one.
Yeah.
Before
Heard you,
her,
if
I
you drive one of
didn't
those, you don't have to
spend
stop
that
at
much
red
time on the
lights.
Oh, okay. So that's where
Yeah, Lauren was a male slat, David. He was a male slat.
your addiction started.
phone. Yeah, including Amanda James.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Never spent that much time on the phone with her.
Yeah, obviously not, because your sister talked to her for 3 seconds and realized that she was fucking with you.
So most of the time that we were on the phone, she called me while I was working, and
Yeah, there's a reason for that,
we
Lauren.
thought maybe a half hour then, but that would be it. And the rest of the time was on Instant Messenger. And,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So with Vanessa,
It is my car, you know.
that kind of sparked your interest in talking on the phone all
Those people are making a fool of you.
the time.
Yeah, I guess it did.
Okay.
I don't know.
Did you ever ask her why
You
she
know,
never decided
Dupe,
to meet you?
I hope not, because I don't think. I mean, if she wants to come forward, I think she should. But like, I don't think anybody should like seek her out. You know what I mean? Like, because who knows? Like, it could have been very traumatic for her. So yeah, I don't think like us. I don't think we need to like have her like. I don't think I would not like people to like try to find her. When Lauren gets off probation and gets back on the internet, he's going to make your Streamlabs donation account look like shit. I know he is.
Or did she just disappear?
No, I asked her why. I don't remember what her reason was.
Was it because she had a tiger to feed?
Yeah, it must have been. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
So I guess Lauren didn't get the Tiger King reference. If it was an 80s comedy, if it was an 80s romantic...
stupid shit.
O'Cord Stephen donated $5. I'm amazed that there are people who think Lorne isn't a virgin.
Me too.
My confidence level in him even getting blown or getting a handy is absolute zero.
It's about where I'm at.
At most, I'm 50-50 that he has even made out.
Mhm.
The only thing I grant is kissing a girl.
That's it. Yeah, that's it, Stephen. That's about all I give him. Like, I'm probably closer to like the 75-25 that he's actually made out with a girl. But like first of all, the virgin thing, I'm amazed that people can have an argument that he is not, based on just how he is. And then the rest of this, I agree with you, Stephen. Obviously, I agree. I'm the leader of Team Virgin. Hey, hashtag Team Virgin. I've been binging your streams while I play chess. It's cool to see It's cool to have you, Jim. Cool to have you at your first live one. Lorne kissed a Roy and he liked it. What if his siblings did make the mac and cheese and deviled eggs?
All right, now back to the
to
cult
us.
following that is the Church of COD. Quite a bit has changed since their creation in mid-2015.
Yeah, it has.
Bass Shaman continued to promote the Church of COD in his entertaining videos, and this group kept getting more and more members. Now instead of just Bass Shaman
Bass Shaman did I remember when Bass Shaman, when he started his Now channel that has like 100,000 subscribers or whatever, or 200,000, when he hit 1,000 subscribers, he did like because he was moving away from TCAP. So he did like a shout out video, and I was one of the channels that he shouted out. So much love to the Shaman.
Our leading lornographer, many creators joined the fun and became large in this community.
Yeah, Crank.
Nathaniel Trevor and Ember Inferno are the two
most popular depiction of both parties. That's kind of how I see Nathaniel. That seems right to me.
Focusing on though, as they paved the path for the future of this community. Nathaniel Trevor was someone who would make your typical Lorne analysis videos.
Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome to my new video, 10 Reasons to be Afraid of Lorne.
All of his videos were the same. Hello everyone. Lorne is such a piece of shit.
Won't believe number 7. Number 10, he's a
But to be fair, like when I first got into the Church of COD, like I used to binge watch the shit out of Nathaniel's videos. I really did. When I first got into Church of COD, I liked Nathaniel. And then he got fucking crazy.
Alive, as long as he's alive, you can.
I mean, when he not like shit like this, when he would do like analysis videos, like when he was doing dumb shit like this, it was just a waste of time.
Rape a kid. Number 9, he's still breathing, and thus he can live. Number 8.
I used to too, Poop Frog. Like there's a lot. Like I used to love his content too.
8, he has a job, so now he has.
I mean, his like early content, his like 2016 content. Then he fucking lost his goddamn mind.
Money to chat on people. Number 7, he has a car. Well, I'm not sure if he has one, but it's the middle part of the article and nobody's gonna listen to the video that long. Number 6, he still has fingers, so he can still type on the computer. Number 6, he still has a dick. I don't know why we didn't castrate him, which means to number 4.
That was another thing. Like Nathaniel did a lot of like he was always talking about like Lorne being castrated and Lorne being put to death and stuff. Like Nathaniel was fucking brutal when it came to Lorne. Like Shamans was very like more like making fun of Lorne and very like kind of fun loving. Nathaniel was just like Nathaniel would like pray for Lorne to die. You know, it was like, he was fucking brutal, man.
Still has dolls, and that's not a good thing with pedophile. Number 3, he still lives in the same dimension as us. We should have banned it, you know.
I'm not sure he does, Nathaniel.
We should have sent him back to hell, but we didn't. Number 2,
over for you,
and now
Nathaniel.
finally, why should we be afraid of Lorne? Because Lorne, he doesn't regret what he did. That's horrible. Lorne is a predator. Number 1, I have 5 seconds less. He's Armstrong. Have a good night, and that's a minute. Just under a minute, so I hope you're right.
And Ember was someone who would make memes and music parodies of Lorne and other predators that appeared on TCAP.
Lorne Armstrong drove here from far away to meet a girl named Kayla. But something about him made me say, Casey, you know you like your dicks a little bit short.
I should also mention that Betty, or Durango Mango online, also joined in on
those parody songs were that was one of the things that I really loved, were like Crestfallen and Ember's parody songs. Those were always so great. And then Shaman's music too. Shaman really didn't do parodies, he did original stuff. But yeah, the fact that I just found it so funny that people were doing parody songs about Lorne Armstrong. I thought that was crazy.
On the online antics, let's do some catching up with her. Around December of 2011, Betty's husband sadly passed away, and soon after, she found
R.I.P. Eric. That's Betty's husband passed away, and his name was Eric.
Herself interacting with the Church of God community as they were very welcoming. In October of 2015,
Nathaniel was hilariously obsessed with Lorne. You're right, Tube Crawler. Like he was obsessed, and it was kind of funny. It was kind of funny, like how how deep it went.
She released the Book of Durango, which is a book detailing the events of Lorne's big scam on her. And on March 10th, 2016, she had her legendary interview with Pope Pendleton.
That's right.
That really shined a light on everything.
Yeah, most of us, like when he did this, most of us had no idea who Betty was. We didn't even know about this whole 30K thing. Michael Tcap has some great songs too. Yes, Michael Tcap did have some great songs. Hey, I can't, your username's so small, I can't, Faceted? Is that Faceted Dreamer?
Because today we're visiting with our dear friend Betty, better known to many of us as Durango Mango.
Grateful for the creators and content we have now. In some cases, TCAP people are killing it like never before. That's for sure, Heisenberg. But I do miss the old school Lorneography days when we were just kind of like doing shit for fun. Yeah, before like the pre-contact Lorne stuff. Yeah, I do sometimes miss that. But hey, I love the Lorne calls. So, yeah.
I wish there were a happier story to tell about how we've come to know her and her association with Lorne.
All right, Faceted,
but the reality is that she, like many others, was a victim of Lorne's selfish, manipulative wrongdoing. So as we visit with her here today, I want every listener to keep that in mind. If you've ever questioned why people are so interested in keeping Lorne's legacy alive, this is why. And if you're listening to this because you have some potential dealings with Lorne and you want to know what kind of person he is or what kind of worker he is or what kind of businessman he is, we're going to answer that question
What
today.
kind of businessman he is.
So, Betty,
I love that.
I want to thank you for being with us today.
Not a great
on behalf
businessman.
Of the entire church, we're honored to spend a little time with you, and we all thank you for being so open with us about your experiences.
What happened to Pendleton? You know, Dark Knight, I don't know. Sam would just kind of disappear sometimes, but like never for like this, like he's just like gone, I guess. I don't know. I was actually supposed to have him on Sunday with Cod. Like, God, it was like I think 2019 maybe. Yeah, probably. Like he was like all set to come on with me. And then he couldn't do it, and then that was the last I heard of him. If you're invited to do Sunday with Cod and you don't do it, that's a warning. You disappear.
Things aren't easy to talk about.
Yeah, Sam is great. Sam is great. I loved Sam's content, and Sam is the nicest guy in the world too.
And so we want you to know that you're among friends. So let's start at the beginning. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Dark Knight,
tell us about Betty.
The community even got so big that Lorne was now aware of its presence. Well, kinda. He got a few letters from some community members, but either assumed that it was perverted justice or just thought that someone was playing a joke on him.
He thought it was Xavier.
So he ignored these letters talking about the Church of Cod.
How did you first find out about the Church of
Thank you,
God?
David.
I first found out about from...
And yes, David, Lorne still owes her. Lorne still owes every cent. Every cent.
letter I received from Korea.
Okay.
And then I was contacted by a person that acted normal, which was Ember, and she told me it was a real thing on the internet. There was a couple other people that acted basically normal, sent some decent letters. There were some other letters just completely.
Yeah, I bet there were some not so flattering letters mixed in there too, Lorne.
So there was no way I would reply to them people anyway, even though they asked me to reply to them.
Everything was going just lovely for this religion, or this cult, I really can't tell the difference anymore.
I can't
one
either.
One problem that sometimes infests locale-oriented communities is the need for new content. So how does the Big Three solve this issue? For Bass Shaman, he just stuck to making his meme videos, putting on a mask and pretending to be Lorne.
Yeah.
Squad, still in this bitch. Let's get dusty. Not K, let's get clean shade. 2, not K, let's get.
God, his stuff is so good. His stuff was so good. His stuff was so good. It was like so it transcended like fucking Lorneography.
He isn't really involved in the events coming up. For Nathaniel Trevor, he decided to expand on the Church of Cod Facebook page and made a Church of Cod website.
Yeah, maybe that's what, I mean, maybe that's what, like, that's the forum, but like, yeah, I don't know if there was like a separate Church of Cod website, but I do know about the forum, and the forum was prior to the Facebook page, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm almost 100% sure that, because that Church of Cod forum was around forever.
And with the inclusion of a forum, all Lorneographers can go there and discuss Lorne. Finally, there's Ember Inferno, who thought outside of the box. She decided,
even if Lorne says we paid his debt to Betty, that he still owes the community. Fuck you, pay me. Exactly, Shin. Fuck you, pay me. Oh, Lorne, your trailer burnt down? Fuck you, pay me.
To contact Lorne herself. It was always seen as wrong to contact Lorne since it could be quite dangerous, but Ember paid no mind to these warnings. She sent a letter to Lorne around early 2016, containing a shirt, some Oreos, and her number. Lorne, having nothing to do, called the number and spoke to Ember.
When this happened, this was very divisive. Like, there were, like, I would say like half the people were totally against this and half the people were totally for it. And well, I mean, it turned out, like, look at all the content we got out of it. So, I mean, say what you will, but like it turned out, it ended up working out well.
Who now called herself Emma to slightly hide her identity. Surprisingly, Lorne actually wasn't as dangerous as people presumed him to be. In fact, he was quite nice and happy to talk to Ember.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I hope you don't see this as a big imposition. Thank you so much for giving me time.
I think
I don't see it as any position.
I'm sure I played all these on Sunday with Cod at some point.
I see it as very nice.
Ember would then speak to Lorne on a number of occasions, gaining his trust by telling him that she's an advocate for him, that she believes that Lorne was screwed over, and that she wanted to help him in whatever problems he has. Lorne, of course, ate this up.
Yeah.
He desperately needed someone to be on his side in his fight against NBC and perverted justice.
In the process of doing things, right now I'm concentrating more on getting the whole thing back in court. But and plus I'm trying to get through this sex offender treatment class and try to get off probation.
Yeah, you talk about the rape class that you failed, Lorne, that you kept failing.
I can't get off probation until I get myself back in court. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure to explain it to people that want to know about it. Because
by explain it, he means
the way that I've been put
make
up there
excuses and lie.
Has ruined me a lot, and it's taken a lot for me to get back to where I am now.
A whole lot.
And for me to keep fighting.
I think sometimes we get enough of thinking someone is all good or all bad. Emma for sure seems to have done some shitty things, but without her, there would be no dump and no Betty money. That's a fact, Poop Frog. That is a fact. Both of those things, that she's done some shitty stuff, but she also has done some like really great stuff. So, yeah.
People like you to make me realize this is why I'm still fighting.
Yeah.
Because there's things people don't know.
I really hope he gets his case back.
Not be damned if I want to
Me
die
too.
and people think this way about me.
How do you even fail rape class? Because Lorne failed it because he wasn't participating. He basically, like, all you have to do is, like, see, Lorne is so great at lying, but he wasn't lying in rape class. That's where it would have benefited him. Like, if he would have said, I see the error of my ways or whatever, but, like, Lorne didn't do that. Yep, so what? My cousin was one of the jerks TCAP caught. Wait, my cousin was one of the jerks TCAP. Who was your cousin? Yep.
Plus, Ember is one of the most well-known creators in the community at the moment, so he now has a direct line to his cult. He can learn more about the people who obsess over him, and can monitor any suspicious activity that might occur. We can literally see this in effect in the second call between Lorne and Ember, where Ember helps Lorne report a fake account of him on Facebook after crying like a child.
The personal
the Ember thing is, like, again, it's another thing that's very divisive. Everybody kind of agrees with, like, Jorn, everybody's pretty much on board with, like, Jorn being a shitbag, but, the Ember thing is very divisive. It's going to come up in this video.
Facebook page that
Randall
somebody
Wolford?
made up.
Oh yeah, the pool table. Oh my God, you said that was your cousin? Holy shit. Yeah, I remember Randall Wolford. I think Ember knows not only her could do this, anyone could catfish Lorne successfully. Maybe that's why she's so scared of other people approaching Lorne. Yeah, maybe Lucy, maybe. I mean, yeah, she. I will say that she did gatekeep over Lorne.
Yeah, Lorne Armstrong.
Yes.
He said something about you said you could get that removed as fraud.
No,
we should all agree that doxing and threatening doxing is bad. At least, absolutely. Here to party, absolutely. Yeah, it's fucking horrible, and I don't think that it can be argued that she didn't dox people.
That you can have it recorded.
Do you know how to do it?
Yeah, and I want you to do this, and I want him to do this. Let me tell you how. Hi, I reported it as fraud, Lorne. I told you about it. I didn't. That's not me.
I wanted to talk to you.
The charges were dropped, or that
either my stepmother hit the
he was caught.
button or I did.
He was rearrested for it. Yep.
I fucking wanted to talk to you.
If you're looking on there and you can see it, Lorne, you can see
Give me a
that's
minute.
not.
Let's see. People will always be willing to make excuses. Yeah, I mean,
But me.
Again, it's
give me a minute, okay? I'm trying not to break down.
I'm trying not to break down, Wes.
Okay.
Jesus. Talk to my stepmother for a minute. I gotta try to gather myself.
Yeah, Lorne, please.
After Lorne freaked out on Ember this one time, Ember decided not to waste this golden opportunity and started to record the conversations she and Lorne would have. After recording these calls, Ember would then share them with Nathaniel, who then got drunk one day and gave the calls to someone else who then released them out.
Okay, so this is the only like inaccurate part that I really like. Nathaniel didn't give the calls to any. Nathaniel is Max that Maximilian channel. That's Nathaniel. He said that he drunkenly gave them. Like, Nathaniel was a little bit like Lorne, which is probably why he hated Lorne so much. Is like he would always say he got drunk and did some bullshit, some fuckery. But no, Nathaniel didn't give the calls to Max. That was just one of Nathaniel's sock accounts. He had a lot of sock accounts, Nathaniel.
To the public soon after. Ember would also start streaming herself calling Lorne on YouTube, and re-uploads of said streams would appear after the fact. The community
if
absolutely...
someone wanted to send you some TCAP Halloween art, is there an email? Yeah, the email in my description is perfect, Ragnarok.
Loved what they heard. And this started not only a legacy...
Yeah, Maximilian Carlson. Yeah, or Carlson. Yeah, that was something like that. Then there was... So you're talking about Mr. Mr. Anti-Feminism was... he was like one of the original like people like... He's been around since the beginning. In fact, he still does videos. He does like he was doing videos about like he was defending Brock Turner. He does really weird fucking videos where it's like he's talking into his phone and like he has the camera on and it's fixed on like a creepy doll or a creepy painting, like a creepy clown painting. But that dude, that Mr. Anti-Feminism, he's been around since the beginning. He's one of the people who, like, they were trolling in that original like Rascal video.
But a drive for more Lorne content. Alright, the next events are about to get a little bit wonky.
Yeah, it gets a little dicey
Ember kept
here.
talking to Lorne, and this led to both Ember, Nathaniel, and other community members attempting to conduct several interviews with Lorne. One of these interviews was funded by donations. A bunch of community members would raise upwards to $5,000 for this interview to happen. Half of the money would go to Betty, and the other half would go to Lorne.
I don't know, like, because I didn't donate to this because I didn't want Lorne to get any of the money. I thought it was like ridiculous. Eventually they pulled the plug on this. Well, Nathaniel pulled the plug on it, but I didn't donate it because I didn't want Lorne to get any of this money. He shouldn't have got half of this. So yeah, I was totally against this particular fundraiser.
This interview was canceled shortly after for various reasons, but Nathaniel refused to give back the donated money.
That's right. He played. He took the money and he played video. He played online poker with it. Pissed it all away. Like, I don't know. There's always like some debate about how much it was. Some people say it was 5,000. Some people say it was only 1,000. I always have heard 5,000. So, and then yeah, he just he got drunk and then he gambled it all away on fucking online poker.
The interview ended up being resurrected by Ember, and Nathaniel was given no credit for helping.
Hey, JR. What's up, JR?
In that interview, by the way, Lorne addressed Betty, talked about his first experiences in Nashville, and his disdain towards perverted justice.
So how'd you feel about that? I mean, so I don't mean to cut you off, but you leave Maine.
People actually hated Lorne more after the Ethan interview. Like the Ethan interview, because, I mean, I think it's still online somewhere, but the Ethan interview, all Lorne does is make excuses, and like people were fucking pissed at Lorne after this interview. Like it was like, I guess people wanted him to take some accountability. People thought that like, because again, we had never talked to Lorne before, so we didn't know what he was like. And then, this is a good precursor of what Lorne is and what Lorne was like is this Ethan interview where he basically makes excuses. He blames perverted justice. He does all this other bullshit and never blames himself. And people were pissed, man. People were fucking pissed at Lorne.
With this, the deposit retainer, whatever you want to call it.
Wait,
from Betty, but
JR, you found out my wife is pregnant this week with baby number 2. Oh, congratulations, JR. Good God. Congratulations, JR.
You leave to start a new life in Nashville with that money. I mean, what's going through your head at that point?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Like Ethan was the one who he actually bought the the holy clothes that the clothes that Lorne wore during the sting, and he like set them on fire with a fucking, not just set them on fire, but he busted out like a fucking like a flamethrower. It wasn't even just like a lighter. He busted out like a fucking flamethrower. Ethan had like a very like big kind of like he had a pretty like big job. So I think he just got busy with work and just kind of gave up on all this stuff.
I felt like shit. Literally. I literally felt like shit because I knew I had her money. But the only thing that I could think was, in order to get people to stop using me, I had to leave. And so I sold my house for $8,000 after I had over $60,000 into it.
There's that again.
And
a trap.
Got rid of a lot of things.
Thank you, Mr. Muscles.
Basically for free.
Yeah, Ethan burnt the holy relics of COD. He really did. He really did. Like, I forgot what he was gonna originally do with them, but he ended up he ended up burning. He just fucking burnt them. I don't know if that money went, like, the selling of Lorne's clothes went to Betty. I think it did. I'm not 100% sure on that though.
Free. And took my dog and loaded as much stuff in my truck as I could. And
I literally feel like shit. Wonder what feeling like fecal matter is like. That's an insult to fecal matter, actually. Fecal matter's like, hey, don't associate us with you, Lorne.
Went down to Nashville.
Right.
And I figured once I got a job down there, then, I could start sending money back to Betty.
Shit.
Nesbitt donated $10.
Thank you, Chris.
Thanks for allowing me to be part of my first clobbering time live stream.
It's your first
Smile.
live stream? Oh, it's great to have you, Chris. Thank you for hanging out with old Clobber Eyes.
A little at a time.
Glad to have you.
That never happened though.
What's up, Jarvis?
It still hasn't.
That never. Obviously that never happened.
No, he talked about. I think part 1 is where he talked about the meatballs and the mac and cheese thing. So he didn't really bring that up in this one.
And
at least not yet.
I'll bring a lot more to light later on about perverted justice and Xavier Von Erck.
It'd be interesting to have a poker show where all the players are predators, and I want to see Lorne and Jeff Sokol play poker. Yeah, Jeff Sokol and Lorne face off.
AKA Philip Eade.
He's so confident with his
You're always
bullshit.
promising later on. That's fine. And
Ethan was kind of like trolling him too in this interview. Like, Ethan did a great job at this interview. Like, he did better than anybody. I don't think anybody else would have done a better job than Ethan at the time, because I think I don't know, Nathaniel, I might have wanted to do it, but like he would have just like Lorne would have hung up on Nathaniel. So Ethan's interview was a good balance of like not letting Lorne get away with his bullshit, yet not completely like insulting him like many of us probably would have.
And we know that
later on because I can deliver.
No, I know. And to your credit,
$100K disclosure.
And
yeah.
this is not coming to the defense of pedophiles or doing anything else, but
I love how Ethan slips in this is not coming to defense of pedophiles, like in front of Lorne.
But wait a minute.
Lorne gets
if you want it now, I can dig it right out.
No, this is not about that. This is not about exposing.
Yeah, the fact that he's dead, I mean, it would give him a good poker face, I guess, Dave.
Justice. This is about you. I don't want it to take that course.
After all of this went down, Ember got the full unedited interview tapes from Lorne, as Lorne was given those tapes to aid in his lawsuit. Lorne noticed new things about him were released on the internet, like the phone calls between him and Ember.
Yeah.
But because he isn't good at using computers or technology, Ember could just say that she was hacked or something along those lines and get away with it.
You can always say you were hacked to Lorne, and he'll always fall for it. Ember was pissed with Lorne in this interview. Yeah, I know, Shin. I remember. She was after this interview, she basically didn't want to talk to Lorne again after that interview, because all he did was blame other people.
Lorne would also continue to do several interviews, answer questions that people wanted answered, and even created a YouTube channel to really cash in on this internet fame.
Yeah, he cashed in on it.
Nathaniel, however, went a darker path. He started to shift his Lorne content from analytical videos to videos of him making fun of Lorne's family. He openly promoted the harassment of Lorne. He used his website to scam his viewers.
That is all true. But I don't know if he had Nathaniel had a lot of scammy websites and shit. I'm sure he used his website to scam his viewers too. Nathaniel is a fucking grifter. Nathaniel is a fucking grifter.
He started to impersonate some members in the community, and he tried to take credit for some of Ember's calls.
Yeah, he did all that stuff.
This really started to shake up the community.
I remember I saw him do all that stuff. Not only did he do that, like it's funny that like whether the Ember thing, because it's so divisive, like, but the thing is, like, whether you're pro Ember, or you're against Ember or whatever, the fact that like Nathaniel doesn't deserve a pass because that's kind of how it seems that, like, well, maybe Nathaniel wasn't so bad. No, Nathaniel is a shitty fucking guy. My first 3 videos were Nathaniel videos. I read his My Little Pony fanfic in his voice, and then I did like 2 other Nathaniel. Like, that's how I started out. My very first 3 videos in 2016 were Nathaniel videos. Nathaniel did some shitty stuff. He had videos where he was like laughing about Betty and her husband, like about her husband dying. He was laughing about Sam Pendleton, Sam Pendleton's family dying in a car accident. People who were around back then would probably remember the Sultan Sam videos. They were fucking disgusting. So, no matter like where you come out on the Ember thing, that doesn't excuse, like, Nathaniel is a fucking shitty fucking guy. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. That's just the tip of the iceberg of the stuff. That's just the stuff he did around here. Yeah. Hey guys, Maria's not here. What happened with Ember? Well, you know what? I'm kind of sort of bored is gonna touch on it, but really to find out more about like Ember, you really have to go to Joey and Wes's videos, because he touches on it here, but they go in depth in those videos. So definitely check out. It's on Joey's TCAP channel. So to find out more about that, and he's going to mention it in a second here.
Community. First was Bass Shaman, who held the stance that Lorne's employers and family shouldn't be harassed and that they should be left out of this. This was an unpopular opinion to have.
Yeah, Shaman used to catch a lot of shit for this, like that, like, and I don't know why. Like, it seems like common sense, right? Like that. He was a fucking asshole, faceted. Trust me. Like, I know Nathaniel. I mean, I was around for this. I saw all this shit happen. And more, like, well, hold on. I'm going to keep playing because there's an important figure who's about to pop up.
And due to the backlash, he shifted his content away from Lorne and quietly left the community. Nathaniel didn't stop there.
No.
He then started going after Ember, making derogatory videos about her.
He did that.
Calling CPS on her.
See, now there's some debate on whether that actually happened or not. I don't know. People are standfast that believe that, like, Nathaniel never did that. But I don't know. I know he made derogatory videos. The other things, like the IRL stuff, I don't know. I don't know if Nathaniel did that stuff or not. Or if that, I don't know. That's one of those he said, she said things. She said that he did. He says that he didn't. So, I mean, I guess it's just, what do you believe,
To get her fired from her job.
And he claims he didn't do any. He says he didn't do any of this stuff either, and I don't know that there's any evidence of any of this stuff happening. But I mean, maybe there is. I really don't know.
Possibly going
because at the time it was like Nathaniel was acting so shitty. People just like kind of just believed this stuff, And even now it's like, Nathaniel is a shitty person. He may have done this shit. But there are people who said that he absolutely didn't. So I don't know. I don't know.
Even even farther. This led to Ember taking a hiatus from the community.
Who is Betty? That's the one. That's the woman that Lorne stole $30K from. I have like 2 interviews with her here to party.
Nathaniel was the only one left, but he wouldn't be staying for long. Someone gave Nathaniel a taste of his own medicine, and he was faced with a person who had his personal information. Afraid of being doxxed, Nathaniel leaves the community as well. A very interesting story, and one that really shaped this Church of God community.
Stupid shit.
Oh, called Jim Leahy donated $5. Do you think Lorne does anal? It's a question.
It's a question. It's just talking. I don't see.
I thank you, Jim. I think he did when he was incarcerated. I don't know if he does now, but I think he did back in the day. Oh, not the Lorne Betty. Which I don't know which Betty we're talking about. Betty
Unity.
Schultz. Oh, she's yeah, I know. Yeah, she does. She used to do videos with Lorne vignettes. I'm not sure why she came up, but
it's also a story that's completely wiped from the internet. That Church of God website Nathaniel made, completely gone. All of his videos,
yeah, I know, perfectly timed donation, right?
Well, other than sparse re-uploads. That Church of God Facebook page, I think this is it. It goes back pretty far.
Yeah, who knows if that's it or not.
Nathaniel's book.
There were so many Church of God Facebook pages. There was like that, and the Church of God and Latter-day Lornographers, and there was a million Church of God Facebook pages. So maybe that is it. I don't know.
Lorne, by the way, Nathaniel made a book about Lorne.
He did.
Gone. This drama is just a distant memory, as it probably should be.
Hello, everybody. This is Honky Magoo.
So okay, this is the video that Honky Magoo made. It was called Nathaniel Wins, and Nathaniel was like doxing Nathaniel used to like dox Honky Magoo as well. So yeah, Honky Magoo, like, he was not to be fucked with. I was actually talking to Honky Magoo a lot during this time, and yeah, him and I like talked I haven't talked to him in a while, but him and I used to talk every day.
Now, if you've been following
but like Honky, right before this one that says the September 3rd peace accord, he released another video, and I don't really want to say what he said in the video, but what it was something that spooked Nathaniel so bad that Nathaniel just like took his whole channel down, and just pissed off. It just disappeared. You haven't heard from him since. And yeah, so yeah, he's been gone since. And Honky Magoo still pops in occasionally. I see him on the forum occasionally. I don't know what screen name he uses on YouTube anymore, but I know he's still kind of making sure that like Nathaniel doesn't like fuck around anymore, because he's still like Honky did a lot of research into Nathaniel, a whole lot.
Weird little uploads tonight. You probably guessed there's been some dialogue between.
Yeah, he was really Lorne Legstrong. I'm telling you, he was really, really, really bad. Like, I'm not one to like shit on other like Lornographers or whatever. I try to remain very neutral, but not with Nathaniel. Some of the stuff that he did was like just like, I guess you would have to, if you would have seen like Honky Magoo's original video. Yeah, he did some fucking bad things, and the fact that he like did videos making fun of, you know, Betty's husband dying and stuff like that. It's just he's a piece of shit. He's a real piece of shit. Like I'd never like to badmouth like, you know, people in the community, but Nathaniel, that's different.
Myself and Nathaniel. I don't want to go too deep into what it was, but he has agreed to comply with some of my. In fact, he's already complied with my.
Who did she say she was? I'm sorry. I'm missing the conversation. I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about. Yeah, you can. Okay, I'm sorry. Heisenberg is right. Yeah, Mike Pence. That's perfectly acceptable to say terrible things about. But everybody else, I try to stay pretty neutral.
Perfectly reasonable demands. I'm going to honor my
Reborn. I would never badmouth you, Reborn.
Deals well. That being said,
see, Reborn, you were around during this. You remember how like bad Nathaniel was. Reborn could tell you because Reborn's been around a minute. So yeah, Reborn could tell you just how like shitty fucking Nathaniel was.
I'm going to be putting my project on indefinite hiatus. I'm not completely canceling it.
Das Breitz. I want to study for my PhD in Lorneography. What's the best school to attend? Texas Institute of Tech and Sciences, I heard, is good. The best thing to do is watch I'm Kind of Sort of Bored's videos. That's how you get your master's degree. It's a great series. It really is. And I don't know if he's done or if he's making more, but man, I hope he makes more.
He could always go ape shit and go back on his word. He's done it before, but I do think this time it's probably over. And I think it's in the best interest of everybody involved for me to not pursue this. I do have 2 other videos made. I was planning on making 2 more, but I think hopefully this can be the end of this. And that's really what I wanted. Was my whole goal here was to get enough leverage to make him stop, doing what he was doing. So, but I'm not going to get too much further into that. I'm just going to say that, I want to thank you guys for supporting me. I want to thank Lorneography for being hilarious throughout the years here. But looks like with Lorne having lost his magic and mine and Nathaniel's war here ending, it looks like I will be leaving the community for good. So if you don't hear from me again, that means Nathaniel's not being a dick and everything's cool. So thanks everyone for everything. And I will maybe talk to you guys in the future. Have a great night, everyone. Honky is out.
Alright, time to get back into the swing of things now that Nathaniel is gone. Things ran pretty smoothly after he left. Ember came out of hiatus and continued to catfish Lorne, record the calls, and started growing a team that would participate with catfishing Lorne by providing different voices.
Where's the picture of Reborn?
For different characters.
Hey, evil little
people
McNuggets.
started live streaming the calls, which just made the
oh my god, that's me. That's my channel. There's TLI and that's Clark Vader's channel. TLI, my man TLI.
Community grow even more. Yep, everything is going mighty well for this community. Oh, so this Jordan comedy guy came into this community.
there's the Jordan comedy. Yeah, there's the Jordan comedy cameo. Every video, I don't care what it's about, should feature Jordan comedy in it at some point.
And started acting inappropriate with a lot of people. Oh, so Ember has had a history of doing some not okay stuff like false flagging and using her large status in the community to basically get her way.
So yeah, all this stuff, man, all that stuff is on, again, if you want to hear more about that, that's on Joey's channel. It's really like, I don't know, like, it's hard for me to sit here and badmouth Ember just because, I don't know, me and Ember were friends and she never did anything to me, but like the stuff that is on that channel is pretty, the stuff that they uncovered, like, again, it's on Joey's it's pretty fucking damning. And it's really, it makes me, like, with Nathaniel, I was just pissed off, I was just pissed off at Nathaniel. With this, it just made me like really sad. You know what I mean? It was very depressing. Yeah, I don't know. All this, and like with all the doxing and stuff, I'm also like very good friends with Yap Yap, and like I know that Yap Yap kept getting doxed for like no reason. It was so shitty. Yap Yap was like one of the very first people who I talked to in this community. So like, it's kind of why I quit Sunday with COD. I I didn't want to like, you know, deal with this, you know, like I didn't want to promote this stuff anymore. You know what I mean? So it was, it was really hard to deal with, like to, you know, to see all this stuff, to watch these videos on Joey's channel. It's a little heartbreaking, you know. It is. But like she's always been nothing but good to me. And we were friends, you know. We had our occasional disagreements, we had our occasional arguments, but I mean, like, no, we were, but that's what happens when you're friends with somebody for like 4 years. You're going to have occasional disagreements, but nothing to that, like to that level. And to see like the stuff that came out was, it was tough, man. It was tough to see that. It was tough to see this. This was heartbreaking, man. It really was. I don't know. I don't really have much to say about it. It's something that I really didn't like. I never really wanted to talk about. You know what I mean?
All right. This Church of God community has had some more dramas after Nathaniel's passing, and both of them have been covered in depth by
your boy, Wes Most.
So I'm not going to delve into them. Instead, I want to spend the rest of this video discussing the good that the community has done, since that isn't
Yap is
done
adorable,
enough.
Honey Daddy.
Of course, the first thing we have to talk about is the massive amount of money this community has raised. Let's start with Betty.
Yap is like, Yap has always been so like kind and nice to me, and Joey too. Like, I would like hear like Joey has always been like super cool. Like I see people like shitting on like Yap and Joey, and I don't understand why, because like I know them pretty well. Like they are like, they've always been like super nice and super cool to me. I think Joey put me in like one of like when he did the JPW chat log, he put me in there and nobody knew who the fuck I was, you know, like nobody gave a shit about me back then. It was like 2016. So that's what even made it sadder, that like it was like that like Ember and Joey were going at each other, because I really like both. I really like both of them, you know. I like both of those people, and Yap too. It was like, and obviously Wes. Yeah, like I didn't even know that like it was until that video. I didn't know that Ember was the one that gave Vincent Wes's docs, and it was really upsetting to hear. It was really upsetting to hear that, you know. But yeah, I mean, all of those people, but like all of the people on both sides, like I've had good relationships with everybody. So yeah.
Who has been interacting even more with the community.
Stupid shit.
Oh, Cord for sure not Poop Frog donated $3.
Definitely not Poop Frog.
This is an epic stream. Even though we all just only know each other on the internet and not in real life, I really feel like you guys are my friends. Blop blop.
Blop blop. That was, just so people know, that was definitely not the Poop Frog.
Community ever since her interview in 2016. Remember when I said that Ember never stopped catfishing Lorne? Well, the phone calls that Ember and Lorne had, as well as other characters.
I didn't know that Ember had beef either. Yeah, see, Wes, that's my, like, because when she brought me up to you, like when we met, would mention you, she always said, I really like Wes. So that's why I was really like blindsided by that, you know. Because like every conversation that I had where you were brought up, she always said that she really liked you.
That were brought in were all kept inside of a folder called The Dump, which stored not only the Lorne calls, but voicemails, pictures, and much more. It was then Ember's idea to start charging $25 for access to this folder collection, And with the help of Clobbering Time,
with the help of Clobbering Time basically answered all the fucking emails. I guess Ember was the ideas person, and I was the labor.
Well-known TCAP streamer who used his channel to collect donations for Betty, as well as advertise the dump. The community was able to raise around...
Let me ask the people in the chat, of the people who have the dump, can you put a 1 in the chat if you got it from me, and a 2 in the chat if you got it from Ember? So a 1 in the chat if you got it from me, and a 2 in the chat if you got it from Ember. I have a feeling we're not going to see a lot. I have a feeling we're not going to see a lot of 2s.
$32,000 for Betty, more money than Lorne owed her, and more money than he'll ever pay back.
Yeah.
Just as a warning.
Here come the ones. Yeah, that's what I thought. God damn it! Why was I doing so much fucking work? It was supposed to be an even split.
Winnie and I are going to be talking over.
Oh, you got it from me too. I'm kind of sort of bored. God damn it! I only have the tub dump. Well, you probably got from Ember. 3 I got from neither. Oh, well, okay. 87. Oh, Amanda James, you did get it from Ember. Wow. The Codfisher got it from. Okay, all right. Oh, that's because you emailed her. Okay, yeah. So there are a couple that got it from her. I seem to have answered a lot of emails. I'm still answering emails about that fucking thing. Kingpin, no shit, really? Miss Tackleman, you got it 1 and 2, huh?
Entire fucking thing, and we're probably going to be stopping it.
I got one from Ember, and it's from you, Clobber. Huh?
A whole lot.
It should have been the same one. I mean, there was one that got taken down, so there was a new one. If that's what you mean. I never followed through to get the dump because I like listening to reactions. I get that, Kitty Velociraptor. I do too. Like, the only way I can like handle a Lorne call right now is if Babsby or Lorne Identity or one Tron or somebody is playing it. I have no, like, Rebjorn. I wouldn't call it updated Lorne Legstrong. It's just it's basically what I can put up now. It's just the calls. I wouldn't call it updated because there's no updates to it. It's the calls.
A whole lot. So if you want to hear this call or any other calls in their entirety without us talking, in the description there is a link. Not a link.
Everybody loves you, Poop Frog.
But the information on the donations for Betty, because essentially what this is
that picture. Yeah, this was the Sunday with Cod that started where we started the fundraiser. It was me and wine lover Winnie wine lover Winnie.
Is nothing more than a commercial for the fundraiser for Betty.
Babs is my favorite Lorne streamer
hours
ever.
Upon
she's
hours
great.
of.
Speaking of great, there's some in this chat. The Tron and there's. I'm just being honest. She does Lorne live streams. So yeah, we got some very good Lorne live streamers here in this chat. Here to party. I don't know if you've done Lorne stuff, but I know you do. I think you were doing a Jordan thing today, weren't you? Here to party.
Lorne material available that you can get for just a donation to Betty.
Frog.
So
totally not the poop frog.
This is a good cause. This is we're trying to help Betty out right now. So
absolutely, this is all for Betty.
That's right.
Because we love her.
Speaking of Clobbering Time, he has also held donations for the Center of Missing and Exploited Children and the Polaroids Project, as well as held donations with
your boy Wes Most
while talking about Muse. These streams, as you can see, have been quite successful, and what they, as well as this community, have done is quite the accomplishment. Whether you like this little community or not, think it's a little bit weird, you must admit they do some pretty good stuff.
That's all you guys though. All I do is go live. Like, I hit go live.
So, is that it? I mean, this is the end, right? The tale of a man who started to bite off more than he can chew, caught doing something he thought he could get away with, now to serve his days stuck
You're
in
hearing
Maine,
two clobbers?
while he endlessly thinks about
Oh yeah,
what he
that's
has
right.
done.
Okay, that yeah.
While in prison, a small group formed that analyzed.
I'm doing my director's commentary of my Sunday with Cod series. Every week, I'm going to do another Sunday with Cod and tell you what I was thinking. Yeah. Muse got a shout out. Like Clobber got a shout out in her. I got a shout out in her court. Oh, that's right. I did get a shout out in her court. my Muse plugged my channel in her court paperwork. It's so great to find like that Muse has like there's all these her court paperwork has like Allie the Alien's thumbnails in it. It's really fucking funny.
And mock the predators exposed, and within that group,
Callie. Oh, that's right, Callie. Yeah, Callie is great too.
To the point where he has a whole community based solely on him. Now it's 2021, and the Lorne Armstrong community is still going.
It's still going.
Although the name, the Church of Cod, isn't used as much anymore, many people still make,
Lorne used it a bunch of times today,
and discuss content revolving around Lorne.
There's Andrew
as the
Birdcat.
14th anniversary of Lorne's arrest, as well as Lorne's 53rd birthday approaches, the community is in high spirits, ready to celebrate the big day. Of course, we both know that this isn't the end.
No, probably
in fact,
not.
For some people, this is only the beginning. There's still one question we haven't answered yet. A very big question. What happened in those phone calls? You know, those phone calls that Ember and Lorne started all so long ago. And those same phone calls that raised so much for Betty. Well, the answer is very complicated. But once Ember contacted Lorne in March of 2006, a new world was created.
Yeah, it sure was.
A world that revolves completely around Lorne, with characters who are more than just interesting, and events that don't even seem real.
That's for sure. The TSA
At first,
call.
It was just Lorne and Emma, but soon the roster of characters grew larger and larger.
You're almost at breed level, Callie.
And the stories became crazier.
Callie can get them breeds.
Crazier.
Get them breeds,
So
Callie.
crazy that it becomes hard to follow. Who is who? Where are we? What year is it? Is there even a story here? Or is there just a collection of unrelated calls that don't lead into one another?
Yeah, probably.
So many questions.
There probably is, actually.
Gone unanswered for so long. But it's finally time to complete the story.
There's just random calls.
Stay tuned, because now a legacy is born.
Why? See, this is what I don't get. Why is the word legacy? Because I'm assuming that this is somehow representing Tiffany Lockhart. Tiffany Lockhart's a stupid idiot. Why is like the word legacy being like tossed around with Tiffany Lockhart's stupid like little emblem thing? You know what? I like this video up until like this is the only part of the video I don't like is there's too much praise for Tiffany Lockhart. Tiffany Lockhart's stupid. All right, guys. I actually went on a lot longer than I thought I was going to. I'll be back sometime during the week with some Jorn stuff. And I appreciate everybody hanging out. And definitely, again, subscribe to I'm Kinda Sorta Bored. Or is it I'm Sorta Kinda Bored? No, I'm Sorta Kinda Bored. He does great work. He has part 1 on his channel. This is part 2. You can watch it without my stupid mouth and me interrupting it every 10 seconds. And it was. I missed all you guys. Like I've been away for a few weeks, and it was great to go on live with you guys again. So until next time. Goodbye, my precious princesses.